Hello, everybody. Ooh, I hit the wrong thing. How is everybody today? It is Thursday. It is officially my day off from work. Additionally, I got tomorrow off, so I got my 2 days. Welcome to my Thursday streams. This is what I'm going to try to do every single Thursday. I am going to stream here for you guys. Welcome. It seems like chat's already arguing over things. There's already some spicy things people arguing over whether to believe people, not to believe people. But if you're coming here today because you want some juicy expose, well, sorry to burst your bubble, cupcake. Today, we're going to be going through all the Turkey Tom stuff that has been recently dropped in the last week. So, for those of you who don't know, I am a consumer of Turkey Tom's content. I don't really know him as a personal level. We follow each other mutually on Twitter, but that doesn't really mean anything to me. I've watched a lot of his content, in fact. A lot. I find his documentaries, his style of content to be very educational. I've covered people that he's covered before. Overall, I think a lot of his content is really, really solid when it comes to commentary and just talking about people and getting a rundown of what's all going on with them. But in the last week, a bunch of stuff has just dropped out about Turkey Tom. X is coming out, talking about stuff, and we're just going to go through it chronologically in the order in which it was posted on Kiwi Farms, along with listening to the interview with Josh, the owner of Kiwi Farms, who interviewed both these girls, both of his exes or whatever. There's a lot of information here. We're going to go through it because this is for the lulz. This is for entertainment. If you're coming here to expect a super serious fucking video, you're on the wrong stream, all right? I'm not here. I'm here to have a fun time. This is for the entertainment, but this is for the lulz. I am going to present my own commentary to what I think about these types of things. But at the end of the day, what I have to say should mean jack shit to anyone, anything. I am a nobody here. I stream on here now. I enjoy it. I do it for fun, and that's it. If you're looking for some deep coverage of me taking sides of an X or taking sides of this or that, I'm gonna process information as it comes as we go through this for the first time, and I'll tell you what I think. And my opinions on things may change, swap back and forth. None of this is scripted. I don't have an outline. I just go along with things as they happen here on stream. So before we even start, though, I want to say, because I'm very active with chat for the most part, I want to say welcome Sneaky Salem, Fujoshi X, Ive Manga, welcome Sui Fujuji, hello, Deathbringer, welcome, Shortened Tauntaun, welcome, welcome Nevada. How the fuck do you even say some of your guys' names? Welcome Never Farani, welcome Darcy, how are you? Welcome Spooky Girl. Some names I do not recognize in here. Welcome Qatar Guy, Casey, Ghost Bombs, Orobadini, OG Stoner. Welcome, guys. Hi, how are you guys doing? How is your Thursday? You're willing to be open and listen, but Tom always gave me a bad taste in my mouth. I mean, he has kind of a controversial past here on YouTube, but at the end of the day, who doesn't at this point, right? This is everybody has a past on the internet if you're a content creator in any capacity. I think it's important just to be skeptical of things. It's important to ask questions. It's important to just not believe everything somebody says on the internet, because there are people out there who make things up. There are people who are vindictive. There are people who are manipulative. There are people who just want to get attention, clicks. There's malicious people out on the internet, and there's a lot of stuff that's been happening on the internet. I don't know if you guys have been seeing what all this Marvel Rivals drama the last the last couple days on the Marvel drama has been insane. With that Kings guy, one of the top 50 players in the US, and he got kicked off the tournament team with these horrible toxic mean girls. And they lost $40,000, and they were. Oh my God, it's crazy. And it's so cool. One of the things I love about the internet, though, is how the internet can just come together and completely take a really bad situation and completely twist it into a 360 and then just help a really person who has been absolutely shit on by the internet unfortunate circumstances. Also, if you hit that little star button on your chat, apparently I was told it can boost streams up in the algorithm. I don't know how true that is, but if you would like to hit that little heart button, apparently I can hit it too. What the fuck? Does that make sense? So I can hit up. Okay, I'm clicking my own heart. Well, that's fucking weird. I don't know how well it actually works, if it works, but try it out. Let's see what happens. Anyways, yeah, so there was a bunch of Marvel drama. There was a bunch of Reddit mod drama. I don't know if you guys saw some of the live stream stuff. A Reddit mod got, like, banished into the Shadow Realm, and then him and Moist Critical started arguing and fighting, and there's been a video exchange. Like, this is a full stream today. I'm probably going to stream for almost 3 hours, maybe even a little bit longer than that. I don't know. But yeah, this is just to talk, chill out. As per usual, any gifted members will be much appreciated. And also, if you want to do topic requests, I've been being requested a bunch to talk about this guy named Cyrax, who I've been looking into recently. And I'm going to do a stream on him later on probably in February. But you can feel free to expand the description box of this video, and there is my gaming Discord. It's a gaming Discord, but I have a YouTube category section for topic requests and stuff you can post in there, and I do take a look at there if you want me to talk about something specific. Can't guarantee I'll talk about it though, because I'm pretty selective with what things I actually want to talk about, because a lot of things just bore me now. So anyways, are you guys ready about to jump into this? So we have two things. We're not going to watch the video between the two X's yet, which happened on January 19th. Instead, we're going to jump right into reading the actual Kiwi Farms thread going in chronological order. All right. So if I click, let's see here. I need to make sure okay, let me turn on desktop audio. I click, Lord willing, this works. All right. Yes, it worked. Cool. So we have the entire timeline. We're going to scroll through this, okay? I'm going to read through this as it goes in order. This is as current as of, I think that's like 2 days ago. This is up the current date. I want to make it very clear that a lot of things that are being alleged here, there's some stuff that's posted with evidence and screenshots of text conversations. So like there is evidence of some of the stuff that's being posted, but like I take everything with a grain of salt from these types of situations, but it is fascinating because I do find this type of stuff to be fascinating. Anyways, let's just get in here, all right? So Kiwi Farms, if you don't know what that website is, a lot of people hate it. I have my own thread on there. I've actually been on there a couple times. It's super entertaining to read some of the things that people talk about and people speculate. Some stuff is actually right, some of it's wrong, but at the end of the day, the people on Kiwi Farms are crazy with chronologicalizing things in a very easy to understand way. So this is it, the full timeline. All right. So an X went to Kiwi Farms and posted about, made a post. And here we go. I guess this girl dated Tom. Tom is Turkey Tom. Did you see Boogie get in trouble for saying the N-word on stream? I don't give a shit if he said the N-word on stream. To be honest, I don't care. I don't know what's real, and I don't know what's real on Lolcow Universe, if it's scripted or not. I just don't care. I don't care about Lolcow Universe hardly anymore. I dipped out of that a while back. I used to be a member, but it got too boring for me. But this was the original post by Sacramento89 on Kiwi Farms. I'm just going to read this. Hi, Kiwi people. I dated Tom for a few months after meeting him on Tinder. I'm not super into internet stuff and had no idea what Kiwi Farms was, but this page was always his #1 search Safari thing that pops up on my iPhone when he went to Google or something. That I believe. I 100% believe that. When I asked about his website, he got super defensive and weird about it, so I obviously looked into it and found all this crazy shit, like him admitting to being bisexual. Okay, I didn't know Tom was bisexual. Well, welcome to the bisexual club, Tom. Messaged the owner of the website, Joshua Moon, to get the code to post here. Basically, I started getting suspicious about all the e-girls he's followed / interacted with, and he started raging at me. He also lied to me at first about the fact that he does YouTube. He did some crazy shit like kicked holes in the wall in his house that he was renting because some e-girl who copies Belle Delphine got hacked and the hacker was blackmailing him with his dick pictures. He continued to talk to her about after the fact. I have screenshots confirming all of this, attached a couple, but I think I have more. This guy is a real freak and likes to record sexual encounters without asking first during almost every time. I know for a fact he's done this to at least a couple other girls. He's a serial gooner and has flown out several e-girls to sleep with. He told me he has a file on his computer called Just In Case. That's basically voice memos or calls from exes to blackmail them with in case they ever say something about him. I thought I would get this message out and confirm y'all's suspicion. Also, if this gets out to warn young other women in Texas about this dude. All right, so obviously, this is a text post, right? There's a lot of things being alleged here. Whether they're true or not, I don't know. Don't really care for the most part until we go through this. But oh my God, what I have to say is this is embarrassing. Like, it is so embarrassing to have somebody do something like this. But also, if you've done shitty things and you're like lying about who you are as a person, I also understand why somebody would do something like this, because like you shouldn't be lying about people you're going on dates with, especially like you shouldn't be, if you're a YouTuber and you don't want to tell the people you're going on dates with that you're a YouTuber, that's shitty. Because like you should tell them that you have a YouTube channel, or you should tell them like this is your job, right? If it's your job, obviously, like if you have a YouTube channel with, and you don't actually use it, whatever. But in this case, if he actually is like hiding the fact that he does YouTube, I think that's kind of, people should know what they're getting themselves into. That's all I'm trying to say here. I think it's fair that you tell somebody you're going on a date with that you have a YouTube channel, because whether or not they want to, they're going to at some point get pulled into the public eye, and you're just putting them in a really awkward situation. So like if you're a YouTuber, tell people you're going on dates with that you do YouTube. It doesn't, if you know, at the end of the day, if somebody wants to look you up on Kiwi Farms or look you up on the internet, they're going to do that and they're going to find out eventually. At the end of the day, one of the best things you can do if you're dating people on the internet is to be 100% transparent. And if you lie about things, people are going to raise suspicion. And when they find out that you're lying, they're going to be inclined to expose you. Am I saying anything too far-fetched right now? I don't think I am. But let's continue. All right, so she posted some pictures. Blocked her face. I mean, is this AI generated? No. Let's go through this. Everything good? I'll explain it. It has nothing to do with you. Oh shit. Scale 1 to 10. How bad? Very. Oh, I'm so sorry. An ex of mine got hacked basically, and some stuff is probably going to be dropped online. Photos. They emailed my family. Oh, bro, it's okay. I have no idea it is. I have never idea. Well, let's just establish, you know, if people have traded intimate images back and forth, nobody deserves to have their images leaked on the internet. Can we all agree with that? High five, one in the chat. Don't release people's dick pictures or pictures of people without their knowledge or consent. Even if they get hacked, I think it's really shitty that somebody would do that. If that's happening, I think we can all agree, don't release people's private, intimate photos with people. You know? Like, come on. It's common sense. Is she the one that looks like? Is she the one who looks like Belle Delphine? Yeah. LOL. That's the one. Do you think my type is? Do you think my type is Belle Delphine? No, like emo huzz of that nature. I would prefer you just dress normal. To be honest, I don't want to be with them anymore. It's better this way. Yeah. This shit does kind of make me want a hero a little bit. What the hell does that mean? This shit kind of makes me want a hero a little bit. Maybe that's like young. I don't know what that means, but fine. I must count my blessings. What does that mean? Kill myself? Not really, but like, damn, this is a stressful and gay. Okay, man, I'm gonna be honest. People just don't know how to talk these days. Like, just this conversation is just. Like, now, when I look at my own ways that I talk to people, it's like, holy crap, man. I talk way too much in text message. Proof of identity, screenshot 1. This first post soon followed by a few other updates by the ex because the first ex hasn't provided her first name. She'll be referred to as Sacramento from onwards. I promise you all this is real. I can post more screenshots, but I'm a little scared of him coming after me because I'm a normal person and his just in case file. The next thing Sacramento released is a post about being afraid of Tom's just-in-case file, which might sound cryptic at first, but the truth is actually more shocking than you might think. All right. I'm not alleging anything illegal or saying it was revenge porn or anything. What I meant was he wouldn't ask before and proceed to take his phone out mid-activity to film. I sometimes wouldn't notice like 15-30 seconds after he started filming. I have no idea if this is illegal or not, but he wouldn't ask before. Reached out to an ex-girlfriend of his. He would do the same thing to her. The blackmail he has on his computer is phone calls and texts. I believe most of them are from his ex-girlfriend named Kai. Here's a picture when we matched on Tinder. Don't have messages from when we matched anymore. Okay. So just for context, we'll get into this, but this is Kai. This is one of his prior exes. She released a statement just a couple days ago. We'll get into this later, but that's a separate thing. We'll get this after we go through the timeline back up. She then posts about him being in contact with a thirst-trapping e-girl despite being in a relationship. The main reason I'm posting this thread is the only reason I'm pasting this thread is to kind of warn people, mostly women, about this guy. The reason we broke up is actually because I mentioned this website to him, and what I saw some crazy stuff about him online. His history with e-girls bothered me. Pic is about Belle Delphine, type of girl who was hacked. I'm suspicious of cheating because he did not block her after the fact, and apparently she was still talking to him. Tom, what really cool? Yeah, it's like 7 pictures with my dick out. Okay, so they have pictures of his dick. I don't really care. I don't want to see that. He then posts about his paranoia about being posted on Kiwi farms. Seems foreshadowy, but maybe that's me. I mean, I don't know if... Dude, like at this point, everyone has a key. If you have any sort of like internet presence, you're probably on Kiwi farms in some extent. Again, I have my own thread on there. I check it maybe twice a year just because I want to see what people have to say, and it's funny. I sit back and I laugh at most of it because it's really silly what some of the people think. I mean, they call me a troon, they call me an ugly lesbian all the time. I find it funny. I don't take that stuff personally, and like it's not everything on Kiwi farms is bad. Like I don't think everything on there is bad. Some of it is bad, but like it's more of some people do things they shouldn't do on there, right? It's like it's a website forum. There's nothing you can really do about it. But like if you are paranoid of being posted on Kiwi farms, you're probably at some point. Augie says he doesn't have a thread on there. Maybe he doesn't, but he's been talked about though. That's for sure. It doesn't matter, right? If you have an online presence, you'll be talked about, and there will be a post about you in some degree at some point. It's just part of the Kiwi farms in the online content world. You shouldn't be really that paranoid about being posted on Kiwi farms. I mean, I think my Kiwi farms thread is only like 20 pages out of like, I've been on the internet 16 years. If you think about that, 20 some pages is hardly anything, whereas there's people with like 5,000, 7,000 pages because they're constantly like doing horrible things, or they're just being exposed for terrible things. And you know, some people even call me a lolcow, and that's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. But I have some cringy shit I've done on the internet, absolutely. But I don't try to hide it, right? I don't try to run away from it. It's on the internet. I got 16 years of content online, man, right? Like it's not a big deal. But if you get upset about being posted on Kiwi farms, you're just going to be posted on there more. Like, just let it go. All right. Sorry. ADHD brain. Like I said, he lied to me about who he was, but I figured out pretty quickly on our first date. He said it was weird for a girl he's dating to look at a gossip website. Told me before I should never look him up online. Dude, that's basic psychology. If you tell somebody not to look you up on the internet, what the hell do you think they're gonna do? Like, breakup was kind of mutual, but I also sort of crashed out on him about his past with the e-girls, the tick pic and everything, so I understand he just CLD'd with my mini crash out during the right after our breakup, but everything I said was truthful. I've been in contact with his ex since Tom and I broke up, and she's aware that I'm posting on here and is actively trying to make an account to post on here as giving me permission to post screenshots. Her IG is Clorox Katie. After leaving his house and flying me back home, I had a big bruise. Okay, so now she's alleging like domestic violence. Every girl looks up a guy they're telling to online. Exactly, right? Actually, you know what? Can I demod some? How do I? Can I demod? What's the? Is there a YouTube command to demod somebody? I need to demod somebody actually. Who I have? I think I have to do that. I hope they're not on here. This is not like Twitch. It doesn't use Twitch commands. I need to demod someone on my live stream that is I'm no longer friends with, but I don't think it's working. Let me see here. Participants. Oh, I can demod, but they have to be okay. Whatever. It's different. Whatever. It's not a big deal. All right. So she has a bruise on her face. Okay. Like okay. Included was also a screenshot of more text with Sacramento saying DMs with Tom. She gave permission to post. Proof he flew e-girls out while including even more screenshots in her post. Best part not to say anything. Let them speculate. My lips are sealed. I just don't want you to end up on Kiwi Farm pages. Well, look at that. You're on Kiwi Farms now. Come on, load. They will clap and cheer when you hear your name. I'm excited. I got kicked out of a furry con. Security wanted to fight. Okay. Sorry, this is like really nothing so far. Nice leggings. Thank you. They were insane. Did you already know that, or did you just make it mad because you said some crazy? They told me I need 7 vaccines to be there. I didn't say, okay, Leah. No, they didn't. Bruh, this is what? Okay, I don't. Bombshell. Out of the bombshell, she posts again clarifying who the other ex is, including her Instagram handle. Don't really care about that. She clarifies she clarifies that Tom would both choke her and hit her in the face during a coitus, which was usually very aggressive. I mean, if you're having consensual, I don't really see a problem with aggressiveness in coitus, as long as it's consensual. Didn't really connect the dots, so he was after. His bio was blank. Might have said videography. His Tinder profile was mostly just pictures of him flexing, usually his phone covering his face. If that's true, that's funny. Bro, what are you? Well, no, Turkey Tom is young. Isn't he like 21, 22? But come on. I mean, I guess that is a young thing. And there was photos of me flexing back in the like early days when I was 17 through like 19, 20. Like that is a normal thing, but for God's sake. I don't want to get anything illegal, but during sex, he was very, very rough, would choke me and hit me in the face. I don't think anyone IRL knew about this. I mean, did he just like, you're having a coitus and then you just like punch him in the face? Like, what type of, is it? I don't know. Is it like, is this something that you had a conversation about, like being hit in the face? Or what? I don't know. Then he clarifies he would pretty hard. She elaborates about his corn addiction and how it affected their. Oh my! I mean, this could be true, couldn't be. I don't know. This is all alleged, right? He told me he was a corn addict in the past, but quit a couple years ago. I believe he replaced his corn addictions with filming other women during coitus. Because he was unable to... Why are you telling the people? Because he was unable to eat... most of the time during coitus, but only through watching the videos he would take. So he could only climax during watching the videos he would take. As soon as I confronted him about what I had seen about him online, he wasn't able to maintain his... And I think sex is just a huge ego thing for him. Oh my. Okay. Like, woof. Embarrassing. He also makes it clear that this wasn't some small fling, that they had dated for a few months. We dated for 7 months. I met his family. Oh my goodness. Although this seems to be different to get much more evidence because he was careful about what he texted. To be clear, she's not alleging anything illegal. It's just that he would hit and choke her because he was a super gooner. Sort of normalized it in my head. It was definitely not okay at all. I have all the proof is in those videos he had. Refused to send me or ignore the questions when I asked him. Katie told me the picture of the bruise was due to injuries from coitus, which I believed was because he would slap both of us. I'm really sorry, guys. Did you guys live together? No, we wouldn't. Only see each other once a week. He was pretty nice, but sometimes he would say stuff that made me question his intentions. He would buy me lots of stuff and take me to nice places. He said he wanted to marry me and start a family, but as soon as I started getting sus, it's like a switch slipped. Okay, so again, I don't know if this is true. This is alleged stuff, but I'm going to say it for the record here. Okay, if you are a girl, if you are a man, and either man or woman comes to you and you're dating somebody, let's just say 3 months in, right? And they're like, oh my God, I want to have your babies. Oh my God, I want to get married. Oh my God, you're my soulmate. Run the fuck away, okay? That's a red flag. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. If somebody tells you they want to marry you within a few months, run away. They're crazy. Can we agree? Can we all agree with this? Okay? Men and women use this as a little tactic to love bomb and get close to people by telling them, oh, I want to marry you. Run for the hills. And the reason I can say this is because I, once in my life, dated somebody who told me several months in, and mind you, I hadn't had a lot of really dating experience, but I dated somebody who a few months told me like they wanted to marry me and stuff. And at the time, me being very inexperienced and having hardly any relationships prior, I was like, wow, this is so cool. A girl wants to marry me. I was a fucking retard. Don't be like me. Don't be a retard. Okay? The point is, if a man or woman tells you they want to marry you as you're just getting to know them, run away. That's a red flag. Okay? Can we all agree? I don't think I'm being uncharitable with the things that I'm saying here so far. And especially if it happens on the first or second date, definitely run. Definitely run. Red flag. Ugh. She also confirms that Tom is a certified cuckold. This made me cackle. Another thing I want to confirm is that Kai... Let's see. Another thing I want to confirm is Kai cheating on him with Liam is 100% real, and Tom moved in with her after the fact. The girl really screwed him up, and he would still seethe about it during our relationship. Yeah. Ick. Ick, 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 ick. That is the worst thing you can do in a new relationship, is like seethe about your past relationship. This is why I recommend therapy. But guess what? A lot of people are so anti-therapy. Get a real good therapist, specializes in DBT. And maybe when you go into a new relationship, don't bring your baggage from your being cheated on into your new partner. Look, I'm in the dating world right now as a 34-year-old man. And what I can tell you is that the most important thing for me personally, that when I start meeting new people, and there's a couple people, there's like 2 people that I really have liked over the last year. And something that I want to make sure that I don't do is bring my personal relationship baggage and shitty things that have happened to me and then project all of those issues onto my new partner that I'm dating. So one of the things that you can do through that is to get a therapist. I know that's not common, and typically you only have a YouTuber saying, I want to do therapy after they get exposed for some horrible, horrible thing. But I'm telling you, you should probably do therapy before you get exposed for being a terrible person, or you just bring all your relationship issues onto somebody else. Again, this is alleged, but still. I knew that Kai cheated on him with Liam. I knew this. And cheating does fuck people over. It mentally fucks with men and women. Okay? It fucks with people. Cheating is a shitty thing. But if you are fucked up in the head from cheating, you need to do proper development and use resources to go to therapy and get help. It's that simple. Don't take your relationship baggage and put it on new people. You know? I don't think I'm being uncharitable here so far. Well, it may not have actually been controlling. His exes probably contributed to his behavior probably quite a bit. I mean, that doesn't matter if an ex contributes to his behavior. His behavior is his behavior. If he does something, you can't say, well, it's because his ex did this. No, you have a personal responsibility to fucking fix your issues before you date somebody else. Period. Period. Well, his ex made him do this. No. If you get fucked up by a relationship, go to therapy. Fuck. He didn't even care about a bar, but yeah, feelings about his ex, I think, contributed a lot to his behavior. We dated from May 2025 to the beginning of this month. Katie, the age player was in 2024. How much therapy does cost? So I did therapy. I was paying out of pocket before I got on insurance. I did therapy. My therapy was $200 per session, and I would do it twice a month. I was paying out of pocket, so it is expensive. But if you have a job and you have insurance, I pay I have only $100 deductible, and I don't pay anything now. I have really good insurance now. I actually have the top insurance in the state, and it's the first time I've been insured since age 25. But if you haven't, it's expensive, but it's definitely, even if it's out of pocket, man, the amount of help that you can get in your personal life, therapy is 100% worth it. Okay. I'm a therapy guy. I will always tell people therapy is the way to go. And there's so many different types of therapies for your type of needs that you need for yourself and whatever issues that you have. I like DBT because DBT is a very realistic and logical approach to therapy. So in situations like, I don't know, let's say you mentally spiral and you're thinking crazy, irrational thoughts, right? About how maybe you're paranoid, somebody thinks something badly about you. You have to sit back and you go through these series of questions and you ask yourself logically, is this a rational thing that I'm saying to myself? Am I being unreasonable in assuming that some person who stared at me weird hates my guts, right? It's a very logical approach to things, which is what I prefer in therapy. So it works for me, but it wouldn't necessarily work for other people. You got to look into therapy yourself. Find out what works for you. Nothing's wrong with therapy. I have anger management issues and therapy helps. See, Murdoch understands. It's about $35 per appointment. It varies from state to state. I can't tell you how expensive therapy is for everybody. It varies state to state, insurance, all that stuff. It varies from everywhere in the U.S. And in different countries, it's way different. But yeah, therapy, it's cool, right? Right. Despite telling his girlfriend they all looked like 15-year-olds, Tom still had violent, aggressive sex with them. He would actually tell me he liked that I looked normal and was done with and he was done with the BPD types. I think one of the screenshots of our messages had him saying something like that. I have no idea about the gender of the e-girls. I'm pretty sure they were all women to my knowledge. Other thing to add, during one of our first dates, he told me that I looked like I was around 15, told Katie the same thing. Yeah, that's fucking weird, if true. Again, this is all alleged. This man spends too much time on Discord and said it was hard to tell the difference between minors and adults. What? Is there an image attached to this? There is an image attached to this. Okay. Not really. He told me a lot of YouTube people are fake. I mean, that is true. He was on Discord 24/7. Okay, that's a red flag. Discord, context, I told him he looked older than his age. His response said that I looked like I was 15 to 16 because it was hard to tell at the ages of 15 and 23. It really isn't, to be honest, but he then dropped another piece of digital evidence that detailed to what extent Tom would hurt her during coitus. All right. This might be too personal, but text about being hurt and bleeding after coitus. I really don't have much evidence because he was so careful and told me all of this was normal. She says, we don't need to do it 3 times in one day. Oh my God. Cry emoji, or do it so hard I hurt and bleed. Well, if you don't want to have as much coitus, we can do other things. Okay, I like doing other things too. That is 3 times a day. How the fuck do you have time to have sex 3 times a day? Welcome to the terminally ill online YouTubers and Discord people who just sit online all day long and do YouTube. That's not normal. Can we agree that having sex 3 times a day is not a normal thing to normal civilians, people like you and me in the chat right now? We work jobs where we do things productive with our time. I'm sorry, I don't even think I would do. If I could have sex 3 times a day, I wouldn't want to have sex 3 times a day. That's too much work. And secondly, she says, it hurts and I bleed. So, God, this is so nasty. If a woman is being hurt during sex and she's bleeding, then from what I can deduct from this, you're not getting her wet. I promise you, you're probably not even doing foreplay. Because sex usually shouldn't hurt most people. Doesn't matter if you have a small dick, medium-sized dick, maybe even a big dick, but like if you get somebody dripping, it shouldn't hurt. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't even see that. They made the screenshot way bigger. I'm sorry, I didn't zoom into that the first time. After this, she clarifies that the bloody ordeal isn't due to any underlying health issues. I have no health issues that I know of. I've never bled during coitus before. It was the aggression. Just gave into it after a while and told him I liked it, but bled almost every single. That's not healthy and that's not normal. You should not be bleeding after coitus, dude. She then even gives more context into how Tom's violence affected her. He would just go on his phone or Discord after literally choking and making me bleed. LOL. I had to teach him to be nice after. Oh, man. This was an issue at the beginning. I believe the bleeding was caused because he would basically just bend me over, choke me, stick his ding-a-ling in me. Basically, Katie had the same story. Reaching out to me has been helpful in understanding how badly all this really is. I only told my roommate after one time. It was pretty rough. So aftercare is really important. I don't know how many people are familiar with this, but aftercare is a really intimate and bonding experience, and it goes a long way with partners, whether it's hookup, friends with benefits, whether it's a relationship. Do some afterplay or something, or do some just aftercare. Sit with them, talk with them, ask them if they need anything. Like, holy fuck, dude. I just bend them over, ram them, and then be like, go back to Discord. Like, what? Again, all of this is alleged, right? Then Tom's other ex, Katie, shows up on Kiwi Farms under the username Left4Dead. Time to give Turkey Tom a Sesame Street lesson on how to be nice. Maybe. Elmo can give you a lot of helpful advice. So, person Katie comes up on offering even more proof of his degeneracy. All right, let's read this one. He finally made an account. Yes, Tom, extremely harsh during coitus. I've been down the kink roads in my life, and how he acts is actually just evil and sadistic. Not even kinked up, just like actually Patrick Bateman type of Gooner. First girl already posted some of my screenshots, but if any has questions or wants specifics post, I'll try to give you an answer and post proof. Sakura climbs in, telling us that she was considering contacting law enforcement, all of this. Okay, so you've already admitted, though, like nothing was done is illegal. Maybe borderline abusive or is abusive, but like, if things were consensual, like, what would you go to law enforcement for? But she also said earlier that he didn't do anything illegal, but she was also recorded without her knowledge or consent. So I'm just confused, right? Like, it's just, which is it? Did he do something illegal? Did he do something without consent or not? Like, I'm being told two different things here. She wanted law enforcement because she thinks he still has all of her videos. I mean, if he did it without her knowledge or consent, then yeah, that would be a valid reason to go to law enforcement. But she said earlier that he didn't do anything illegal, so I don't know. This is just confusing. Katie's back saying that Tom was loving the fact that Katie's back saying that Tom was loving the fact that she looked like a little girl. Likes. What's BPD? Borderline personality disorder, which if you have BPD, you should definitely take medication for it because it's very difficult to date people with BPD if it's unmanaged. He also said how awesome I look, blah, blah, blah. He told me I was excited to learn. He told me he was excited to learn that I have BPD because girls with it love harder. Lol, so retarded. If that's true, that's wild. Yeah, if you want to be stabbed in the back of the neck when you sleep, definitely date somebody with BPD. If they're not medicated. So I'm going to get hate for this, but I'm just going to say it. I don't date people. Anytime I've been told that somebody has BPD, I immediately do not date them. And I say like, hey, it's not going to work. I refuse, even if they are medicated, I refuse to. I don't want anybody with BPD. Maybe that's judgmental. Maybe that's harsh for me to judge people's mental health, but that's something that I can't handle with. I will never handle BPD ever again. I've been with people who have had, multiple people who've had BPD, and it's just like, no, I can't do it anymore. Like, there's only so many times you can experience BPD before you're like, yep, this is not it. You gotta go. Not for me. If you can date somebody with BPD, that's good for you, but I will never date somebody with BPD ever again. She has audio talking about how Tom wants to knight SA her. Okay, well, first, what does that mean? Oh, lordy lord. As somebody with BPD, I've tried the 3 mood stabilizers they suggest, and none of them work. Therapy has helped me so much better than meds. Yeah, that's the thing, too. Certain types of therapy processes can help people tremendously with the BPD. And honestly, Nava Honfreni, you're awesome for that. You're an amazing person. I want to make it clear, I'm not trying to shame people with BPD. I'm just making it clear that I don't date people who have it. Same with, like, if somebody tells me that they had schizophrenia, not going to date somebody with schizophrenia. If somebody tells me they have bipolar, same thing. I'm not going to date somebody with bipolar. Bipolar, BPD, and schizophrenia are 3 things that I will never date somebody who have those types of mental health issues because I've been down that route personally and I can't deal with it. It's too hard, and I literally have trauma from my past that I've done a lot of therapy to work through. And that's just my, my hard limit. And a lot of people get mad when I say shit like that, but that's just the reality. It's for me, right? You can find somebody out in the world who will date you with those types of things, but I'm not that person. So, boundaries, saying nothing wrong with it. Having standards, nothing wrong with it. Being okay with some stuff, not okay, nothing wrong with it. I gotta upload everything on my phone. I got crazy audio of him saying he wants to knight SA, which for sure, that's wild if that's true. You need somebody stable because you got your own issues. And that's fair, Congo. That's super fair. I wouldn't date somebody with BPD because I know I have problems and can hardly take care of myself. See, snags? I'm glad though that we're all like in agreement here because, oh man. Repsion the lol clout chaser. You know what? That's all I do. I exist for the clout chase. That's why I make videos strictly to only the clout chase everybody. That's why I gotta slurp DSP's cock a little bit more, right? I liked DSP's Lego stream. Fuck off. I like people with Legos. Stop bullying DSP. Let the man do his own thing. Let's see. She reminds us she's going to grab videos and photos and dump them when she can. I'm turning on my old phone now, grab the videos and post it whenever it's relevant. We had a double posting of both Sacramento and Katie. No clue. He told me phone calls, texts. Told me it was phone calls. Okay, so let me open this. So the just in case folder that apparently he had was in relation to his his ex Kai. Probably on there too. Might be other stuff as well. I had already fallen back. I watched his YouTube then. When we broke Kai, he immediately DM'd me. Right when they broke up, immediately he DM'd me on Instagram and followed me. He also told me that I look like Kai, so he definitely has some weird issues relating to her because he still has all of her clothes even after moving multiple times since they broke up. Okay, that's fucking weird. Look, dude, if you and somebody break up on really bad terms, the last thing you should be having on your phone is pictures, and especially their clothes, okay? Like, that's gross. Like, why keep ex's clothes? Again, this is all alleged, but, like, if this is true, that's nasty. And, like, no girl is going to want to be around you when they find out that you have your ex's clothes. Can we agree on that? That's a guy or girl, it don't matter. And also, I do want to highlight, this is turning into a relationship segment, but I think this is valid what I'm about to say. If you have a serious relationship and you break up, the last thing that you or as a guy or girl should be doing is jumping into a brand new relationship, dating somebody. This applies to Tom. This applies to Sacramento, this other ex Left for Dead. Like, if you have a bad breakup, if you have a break in general, take some time for yourself first before you just jump into another serious relationship, because there's a lot of problems in the modern dating world where somebody will get out of a long-term relationship and then immediately just jump into the next one, jump in the next one, jump in the next one. And I've been guilty of doing that, right? After my serious relationship ended in 2024, I vowed to myself, like, this is the relationship, because it was very serious. I was engaged to be married. I have to take a break, at least a year for me, a year break of like no actual relationship. I need to focus on myself and deal with my issues from the trauma and pain that I dealt with in that relationship. And I think everybody should operate in that way. If you have a serious relationship, just take some time off and don't jump into a new relationship so quickly, because it's going to be sure as hell going to fail. Because you still have feelings and you still are attached to your past partner. And that's not healthy. Relationship advice with Repsion. Here we are. Learn from me and don't make my same mistakes. You don't date people who are constantly into relationships. I mean, that's valid. That's a very valid thing. Let us know that she lets us know that he has his hygiene is so ass that he actually got ringworm. What? So far, there's no smell problems. He definitely smelled. Also, last time I saw him, he had fucking ringworm. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. She promised to update once you get all the details in her PC. Then uploads 2 audio samples, both which are re-uploaded in video form later in the timeline, and are linked directly in this backup. What? Okay, I have not watched this yet. What is this? Does it play? I don't know if this plays. It's like half loading. I don't know. Let's open this next one. Yeah, I don't know. It's not playing. I'm not gonna spend too much time on here. It's just like the audio is apparently videos of him talking about holding me down and hurting my arms and me running away. Also, Night SA. Ignore how awkward I sound, guys. I imagine being on the phone with him. Oof. Then mentions her friend who will become instrumental later in this timeline. Man, guys, this is crazy. This is wildly long. My best friend was at my house and thought I was a victim from the jump. So recording at the end of the SA, you can barely hear her whisper, "You a victim." I agree, playing along with because I didn't know what else to say. Also, I talked to him because both emo with similar interests, but turns out we had nothing in common. He listens to bad emo music. LOL. I was only involved with Jet stuff. I don't know. I'm a hot girl online who's in the same evil sphere, so they tend to orbit me. I don't know what this is about. Soon we get an update of the kinds of bands. Okay, I don't give a shit what type of music he listens to. Honestly, like completely, what relevance does this have to do? Nobody cares about that. Then we get a double post from both Katie and Sacramento's posting. She dated him longer. Okay, I'm told that he told me he cried at the Sopranos / movies. What relevant? I don't care about this. Who cares? Kiwi Farms inquiries on why Katie wasn't put on the show Fish Tank. She responds, wasn't allowed, various reasons. Kato got. Fish Tank is so fun to watch. I don't know if you guys ever watched Fish Tank, but I am a viewer of that show. Sacramento mentions how dirty that Tom lives with dirty. How do you actually say that? ZYN. That's that nicotine. Those are nicotine patches. Is those little? That's like circle nicotine stuff, right? It's like chew or something, right? Isn't that like chew tobacco or something? I don't smoke and I don't do chew and I don't know anything with like nicotine vapes, nothing. Haven't done it in actually almost 3 years. So like, I don't know what that's, I'm pretty sure that's chew or something. He had piles of dirty things piled up like little volcano. It's just Zin. Is that what it's called? Zin? Okay. Me no speak hardly English, so I have to see how things are written differently or spelled out for me to pronounce it. Empty cans and bottles everywhere. See, this is the thing I don't understand about people like this, right? Like, if you have a successful YouTube channel and you have a lot of money that you make, how do you like live in nastiness? Like, how would you just live gross? Like, I'm assuming if you saw my background, right? And I had hundreds of like cans and just like a dirty background, other than like a vacuum back there. But like this, there's like nothing here, right? Other than my back, like how do people who make as much money as Tom makes through his content not keep things nice and tidy and clean? Like, you can hire somebody to clean for you. Like, his channel gets hundreds of thousands of views per video. Like, he makes a lot of money through the content that he makes. And you can't just keep things clean? I don't understand it. I don't understand people who can't be clean. I would hire a housekeeper if I had that money, like Tom or Asmund. Oh, don't even get me started on Asmongold. Like, that's another whole situation. The way he lives is just, it's gross. But then, like, why don't just hire a housekeeper every single week? Like, why do you have to live in the filth? I don't know. Katie addresses her response, lack of their true in the videos. I don't know how to respond. No, I'm a retard. I don't want to be in love with the... Katie is adamant that her behavior is not the same as them freak ass hoes, whatever. Photos posted me of anime cons and with a Hello Kitty purse isn't close to what these freak ass hoes do at all. You seem mad. Let's focus on what matters. I mean, I don't think his music taste really is what matters here, personally, but Sacramento comes back at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell us that she's done posting for the night, but to watch for more info dump coming out. He would hit and choke me with ever asking me if it was okay. I mean, if it's important when you're having intercourse with somebody to establish what is and isn't okay. And like, if you're not okay with being hit during coitus, you should have that conversation before you have coitus. But also, like, you also need to do your part and vocalize, hey, I'm not okay with you hitting me during sex. Right? Like, it's a two-way street. People need to communicate. And unfortunately, in a situation like this, I don't feel like neither of them communicated jack shit. She should say something, but also he should also be asking. Right? Like, it's a two-person conversation that needs to happen. But let me tell you, most people are not capable of having a conversation about like what isn't and isn't acceptable during sex. She has been in contact with a lawyer. This is what I want to hear. Her protecting her interests. I've been in contact with a lawyer because I know Tom has too. The difficult part in this case is that most of the proof is in his hands, i.e. the videos, so I would need to get subpoenaed for that. If his snivelly ass hasn't figured out how to like perma-wipe it yet, nothing's permanently wiped off the internet. Why do you have to ask not to be hit? I mean... Again, going back to what I'm saying, you have to establish in like what is and isn't okay during sex. Like, that's important to have that conversation. If there's something that crosses a boundary with you that you're not okay with, you need to say, hey, I'm not okay with this. There are certain things, like, even with me in the bedroom, that if certain people were to do, I'd say, like, no, don't do that. Not into it. It's going to turn me off. But also, like, I don't know, it's just good for communication to establish what you like and what you don't like before you do it. I don't see an issue with that. Maybe that's not the standard, but I've had a lot of productive relationships and social interactions and with people where we talk about what things we're into and what things that we don't like, right? Like, there's somebody doesn't like handcuffs. They told me that. I'm like, okay, we'll never use handcuffs then, right? Like, that's all it is. This doesn't have to be some big thing. Apparently, he has a blackmail folder on Kai, which would be crazy. And how is it not illegal? This feels a little illegal. Hello, you mean quiet? I'm not sure if it had blackmail folder. I'm waiting for Kai to come out because I know she probably went through some crazy shit as they dated for 3 years. Tom would get pissed if Sacramento referred to them as their CNC time as SA play, which is kind of what I was already. I'm gonna go nuclear before this his imminent crash out. But yeah, he would get mad about me calling our encounters SA over text, which is essentially what they were. Let's see what this is. Do not say SA times. Okay, sorry. Change that to consensual sexual encounters, which is what they are. Thank you. I know. Okay, sounds good. I'd like to, as I just got to get to work, but I think I can still be there. Okay, yay. Are you mad at me? No, we gotta. Holy moly. I love the Batmobile. This is my basement. Oh my lord. Dude, you're a multi-millionaire. Why is your basement looking like a fucking neckbeard Discord terminal ill used? What is this basement photo? Holy shit. Number one, get your fucking posters framed, okay? Please. Like, if you really love something, get the goddamn fucking poster framed. And is that an X-Men 3? No, it couldn't be. This is an X-Men poster. It looks like the X-Men The Last Stand. That's X-Men 3. If that's X-Men 3, holy fuck, you have terrible movie tastes. Fuck, literally, I need to swallow a bleach tab if that's X-Men 3. X-Men 3 was a horrible fucking movie. But get some fucking frames if you really love these things. And then, like, why? Okay, he has the movie 7. Okay. 7's good. Good movie. I can't see what the other poster is. You don't get to 500 mention friends without a few enemies. Isn't that Facebook movie? There was like some Facebook movie about like origins of Facebook. God, I wish I could zoom into this more. But my God, man, like, I don't know. Dude, if you could see my living space out in my living room, every person that's come into my apartment has been like, they're like, oh my God, this is the coolest fucking... No, like, my actual living space, with the exception of me having a broken couch, is amazing. Like, everybody just, like, their mind goes wild. I've never actually showed my full setup that I have in my living room, because it's like, I don't know, this is just horrible. Like, you're so rich, you have all this money, get some fucking good shit. Well, there's only one frame in that whole thing that's postered up. Like, you want to know something? You see that Army of Darkness? That's a real poster. That's what, if you love a movie, that's what it should look like. A beautiful poster, and it's signed by Bruce Campbell. Look at how big this is. It's fucking huge. It's beautiful. We love Ash Williams here, okay? Like, come on. Go a little overboard and just make your setup look cool. Put some fucking poster. My ceiling, you can't see that my ceiling is filled with gazillion posters. My walls over here filled. Pokemon, fucking Berserk. I have Dragon Ball. Like, it's everything's methodically placed. God. Get some stylists. Hire a stylist, for God's sake. This is my basement. Wait, you're actually at your own house? Yeah, it's not my parents'. It's my house. I had to stop there to... Oops, sorry. Gotta go back to the screenshot. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, like this room is triggering me. Okay, I'm getting triggered. You're a millionaire. Make it look better, please. Oh, if you didn't know already, I'm autistic. So, all right, let's continue. Oh, this is a fun stream. You probably actually, you know what? You probably when I walked over to my frame, you probably saw the back of my head, so you got a good view of my massive bald spot. Somebody for like Photoshop tic-tac-toe in the back of my head, so you can see how bad my bald spot is. It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Pretty soon, my fucking head's gonna be like, I'm gonna be the ugliest bald man you've ever seen because it's just like receding so heavily. All right, let's continue. Sorry. Look, man, this is a fun stream. This is for fun. We're just going over this. Don't take everything so super serious. This is a chill stream, all right? We're having fun here. She drops the bomb that Tom sent nudes to an age-playing Oh! She drops the bomb that Tom sent nudes to an age-playing lolicon dressing e-girl. Well, I hope this is not true. Because I don't like this territory and this is getting gross. If that's where we're headed, but let's see. This is going to be quite the escalation. More proof that he sent girls news who's I can't see that screenshot. That's too small. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Like, bro, I don't even know what you're saying to me. She looks like a crazy person that dresses like a She looks like a crazy person that dresses like a child. It's weird. It's okay though. I agree. She is weird and disturbed. I don't know what to say. I was taking anything at the time. I have Gunnar mutuals with her, unfortunately. I'm just a little creeped out, but that's okay. I also got creeped out and she was nutso, so I stopped talking to her. That genre of woman are demons. Every one of them I've met. Like, actually fucked me up. I was friends with one of them for a while and she was insane and fucked me over. I mean, I do agree with that. Can we just establish? I don't know. Look, we haven't even gotten all the way in here yet, but holy fuck. Any single person that tries to dress like a fucking child, stay away from them. They're fucking crazy in the head and they're fucking gross. Like, I don't even know why you would want to even message somebody who like intentionally dresses like an underage person. Why? I don't know. Even more proof that this man could be a major league cheater. All right, let's look at this next screenshot. All right. Ooh, he said the N-word. I don't care. All right, I don't know what you're trying to say to me. Oh, it's okay. Sorry, I'll drop it. Well, that's good. I have some Aztec Mayan magic in my mind. Am I crazy? No, but I don't like you being judgmental and annoying about this. I'm not being either of those things. Then what would you call it? I don't know. I think I was just mad because I saw you texting this girl nonstop when we hung out, and now I put a face to the name, and it freaks me out that she's like a weird pedo baiter. But if I'm being annoying, you're right. If I didn't have to talk to her, I wouldn't, but I have. But I regret even telling you about the situation that's unfolding now. Okay, so why was he talking to her anyway then? That's my question. Like, was it like for a video? Was he interviewing her for a video or something? Like, turns out Tom was on some Gunnar pedo shit while out with his girls. This is getting crazier and crazier. Again, I want to clarify here. Everything's alleged, so I don't know what isn't. We're just going through this as it comes chronologically. Yes, he was texting that creepy hoarder chick, saw her name was Ellie, and figured out her account was pretty quickly because she had told me that she was sort of a Belle Dauphine looking, had some Gunnar mutuals on IG. When I saw the dress like a kid, my stomach dropped. He told me texting was about to talk about the hacking situation, but they still talked about after the situation faded. That's about our own Joshua Moon for advice. Let's see what comes out of this. He goes over Tom's body count. Bro is getting ass for real. I mean, yeah, like, getting ass as a YouTuber is not hard to do. It's goddamn easy. Like, dude, I'm a non-relevant, and I have people sliding in my DMs all the time And it's like, I'm demisexual as it is, so I can't go around just banging people. But most YouTuber counts, YouTube body counts are probably pretty damn high, at least on the male end of things. Not that it really matters either, but like also, you can't claim that you have like only 1 or 2 people you've ever been with when you've like had sex with like 20 plus people. Can we just like, that's stupid. It's stupid. Body count is 15 now since being second in March of 2024, according to Katie. Part of why I said something, he has definitely been a weirdo with more e-girls because he sleeps around. She addresses the questions about why she screenshotted her dating, her dating app stuff. Okay, not really interested. She adds that Tom got her Hello Kitty merch and other e-girl age play merch. Okay, first of all, I'm not gonna there's nothing wrong with Hello Kitty. Just because somebody buys Hello Kitty merch for somebody they're dating doesn't mean that they're like into age play. Like, can we just establish that? Like, people like Hello Kitty. My sister likes Hello Kitty. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. One more thing I add, I thought was odd. Never really expressed any interest in Hello Kitty or well, here's context. One more thing I never expressed any interest in Hello Kitty or that type of e-girl stuff. I had like one Hello Kitty figure in my car as a gift. Tom bought me Hello Kitty pajamas and a bunch of Hello Kitty stuff, similar to what Ellie. Okay, I mean, she updates us on Hello Kitty gifts, some with digital evidence. Okay. Nothing really interesting. She lets us know that Tom, being the Chad that he is, drops the N-word casually around his parents all the time. What? So mind you, Sacramento actually met his family. So I think if you introduce a girl to your family, I think the relationship's kind of serious. Would you kind of agree with that? Like, I would consider that a serious relationship if you're introducing the person you're dating with or having sex with your family. His family was normal, but he was rude to his mom like an edgy 15-year-old boy was. Told me he wouldn't do anything his parents asked because he has his own money now. Katie heard him on the phone with his mom and said the same thing. Not sure what went wrong with his family. It's super sweet, and I enjoyed the time visiting with them. He would also drop the N-word casually in front of his parents, which is weird for him, but I'm from the South, so maybe it's just different. I don't know. Dude, if I said the N-word, my mom would be like, huh? Like, why are you using that type of language? That's not very Christian-like. He also found out that he puts holes in his walls like Bosman Jack. Showed me holes in... No way. He showed me holes in his wall IRL and on FaceTime, but I didn't get a pic. Told me he was paying the owners of the house he was renting to get him fixed. I can't send pictures inside his gamer room. Okay, I mean... I'll tell you, I've only done this once. Once in my life, I actually went all white boy and I punched a hole in the wall. That's the only thing I've ever done. But like, if you got multiple holes in the wall, that's a problem you gotta deal with. Yes, I punched one hole in the wall one time in my life because I was so stressed and I was so angry of like what was happening that it was just crazy that was happening. I just got mad and punched a hole in the wall. I fixed it though. I'm a handyman. I know how to fix that shit. Easy peasy. And the leasing place that didn't even charge me because they didn't even know that there was a hole in the wall because I fixed it. Handyman, yo to YouTube. How to fix a hole in the wall. YouTube 101. You can find everything on YouTube. Literally. How big was the hole? It was actually really small. So I didn't even punch it. I just went like this. If you're hit a wall or hit something like this with your fist, like that, I just went like that, and the walls were really thin because the apartments were built in the 1970s. I'm like, oh shit. I put a hole in the wall. I fixed it though. It wasn't a big deal. But like, it happens. People get mad. I wonder how many holes in the wall there was though. Because like, if there's a lot of holes in the wall, then you got a really big problem. Like, that's some anger management shit. She also mentions that Tom's brother is super chill and a really great guy. I don't care about that. She also drops a picture of Tom's messy room, which is actually aren't that all inspiring. All right, let's see a setup. Oh my god, that's a terrible setup. That's a terrible setup. First of all, let me tell you what we're working here right now, okay? We got a RTX 590 overclocked, 24 gigs of memory. All right, we got one of the fastest i7 processor that on to date. We got 64 gigs of RAM. We got triple monitors right near here, all running at 240 hertz. All right, like make your setup look like the Batman cave. This is a lame setup. 2 monitors, 1 keyboard. I got 2 keyboards right in front of me. I got 2 mice. Come on. How is this man a millionaire and I'm a has-been washed up YouTuber and I have a nicer setup than this? This is insulting. Insulting. And I mean look at he has 2 of those the zinc you can see to the left there the nicotine pouches. Repsion trashing Tom's house instead of I am, because it's dog shit. If you go to my Discord right now, I have a Discord link down below in the description and join it. We have a setup. You can actually see my setup. My setup's fucking cool. It is literally I've had multiple women have told me that my setups look like the Bat Cave, and I take that as a compliment. It's cool. I got all the cool gadgets, everything. I got my own Go XLR. I got my nice setup. I got triple monitors. I got all the fancy shit, and I love it. And I know how to use it for the most part. I know how to use it, but I'm probably, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I have too much cool shit that I don't actually use. Like, I barely use my Stream Deck, and I have a massive Stream Deck with all these things designed for streaming that I never use. I have a soundboard too I set up that I rarely ever use because I'm ADHD brain, forget to use it. She also decides to clear up the confusion on whether or not she has BPD. Okay, I don't give a shit if you have BPD or not. Screenshot's not loading. Load image. Does it? Oh, there we go. This is where I found all the stuff. She then goes to some sort of. Then goes through some of her and Katie's DMs. Katie gave me permission to share our DMs. This is too small. I can't read it. I can't read that. Here we go. I am a lesbian. Unless you're talking to Turkey Tom. Got the wrong woman. I'm talking to... You're too good for that, Tom, man. I know he just broke up. Who is this? Tom Deadass. Okay, I don't know the context. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not a crazy investigative journalist. I don't know the context of this. Makes you feel that we haven't talked to him over a year. I met him twice in February. That's good. This is insane. You're way better than him, Gura. He was actually shockingly a gooner. He recorded everything we did, which scared me. He also didn't climax the whole time. I'm sorry. TMI. Basically, he told me not to research who he was. And then when I did, I found this Kiwi Farms thing and he got so mad. I have the exact same issue. Dude, I can't wrap my head around telling somebody not to look me up online. Like, do you understand the basic form of psychology? If I went on a date and a woman told me not to look her up online, I would look her up online. Can we all agree, like, most of us, if we were to go meet somebody on a date and they say, like, don't look me up online, you're gonna look them up online. Can we all agree? A 1 in the chat if you agree with me, that's what you would do. Please, I need to know that I'm not crazy here in this assumption of somebody telling you on your first date not to look up who they are. What are you going to do? What's chat going to do? I'm looking them up online. I'm looking them up online. It's going to happen. 1, 1, 1, 1. Exactly. Look at all you guys. 1, 1. Everybody, yeah, exactly. Thank you for proving my point. So, Tom, if you're watching this, probably not, because I'm not relevant. Stop telling fucking girls to not look you up online, because guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna look you up online. That's simple. I'm giving you quality advice. In fact, Tom, if you're watching, which you're probably not, but if you are, a lot of what I'm saying, you should listen to what I'm saying, because I have a lot of experience. I have 16 years on YouTube, bro. I've been through it all. Hey, well, thank you, Nikki, for the $3. No, 3. I can't even count. The $4 super chat. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Nikki. Nikki loves rats. Thank you so much for that $4. I appreciate you. Also, remember, the membership button is activated. I have memberships on this channel. She makes another dump about this time about Ellie. Dump confirming the identity of aged player Ellie. Creepy Hoarder might help with the timeline because he sent those messages in August of 2025, said that her nudes were sent 2.5 years prior. Katie will dump in a little collecting regarding the dump. All right, let's see. I pray these people don't leak it. I'm expecting it to happen. You sent dicks in DMs. This is like... You sent dicks in DMs. This is like 9/11. The dick pictures is what really made the Twin Towers fall, guys. Come on. I did Instagram DMs. You sent dick pictures in Instagram DMs? This was like 2.5 years ago. I don't do this anymore. Why would you fucking send dick pictures in Instagram DMs? Of all fucking things, bro. Really? Welcome, Mr. Vito Neto, 1996. Welcome to the stream. New name, I don't recognize you. I did ask too. Why didn't you tell me you were asking? Blah, 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 blah. I have a sixth sense. Well, I'm not going to answer those questions unless you explain yourself. I saw her texting you a while ago. Ban. She's the girl whose photo were leaked with mine, so that's what you were talking about. I could never speak to her again. I would. I don't hate her or anything, but she's just some chick I don't really care much about at this point outside of this particular thing. You were being... I've explained myself. I wasn't being a peeper at all. You were texting her like I was with you, God forbid. It is a little strange. Like, man, if you have a girl in your house, why are you texting some other girl like that? That's super fucking rude. And any girl, and it's not even girls with BPD, if you invite a woman over to your house and she's staying with you and you're texting another woman, they're gonna raise their eyebrow and be like, why are you hitting up another chick in the DMs? Common sense, bro. Ain't so common, apparently. Like, it's basic etiquette, right? Like, you have a girl over at your house, why are you texting some other side bitch? I'm not being unreasonable with my assumption, like, what I'm saying there. I think you guys can agree with me on that, right? It wouldn't, no guy or girl would feel good about somebody being sliding into somebody's DMs when you're spending a week with this person. What are you talking about? Who was Ellie or whatever? When you ask me questions like this, it's extremely annoying to me. You have to explain it like, one, I saw this thing with this person. Two, who are they? Instead of this vague way of asking things. Being vague drives me up the wall. You can just ask me a question, just be forthcoming. I did ask too. You didn't tell me why you were asking this or why I came up to you. You just said the same thing out of a deep blue sea. I have a sixth sense. Well, I'm not going to answer questions unless you explain yourself. I'm confused. What is happening? Baby 1137. We are going through Turkey Tom's chronological order of his exes talking about him and their breakup and his weird kinky things and him being potentially allegedly abusive and into apparently at some point, I don't know how this is, or I don't know, age play is being brought up. Haven't seen really any evidence of this yet other than it just being mentioned, so we're going to keep going. We're going in chronological order. Don't worry, guys. If you missed part of the stream, you can always come back and you can watch it live, because my videos will be VODs after they're done streaming here, so you can go back and watch all of this stuff and go through it with me. All right? God, how are you guys feeling right now? I actually need 1 second. I need to get a cup of coffee. Okay, 1 second. Need to get a cup of coffee because, like, my throat, I've been talking a lot. A lot. Oh, before I continue, you guys want to see my new tattoo? I got a new tattoo. You guys want to see? Make sure that I don't break my head open or something, all right? Oh, look at this beautiful. It's still healing, but look at that. It's not done yet. There's a whole nother piece that's going up here that's going to connect with this. But yes, this is Gengar, who is Boo from Dragon Ball Z. So it's a mixture of Gengar, and then look at that. This was painful as hell. Do not ever get a tattoo here. It is the worst pain you will ever experience in your goddamn life. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my god, I love it. I have my next session in April. Can't wait to get it complete. And then starting the end of summer, Then I'm getting the whole inner side of this leg all the way up to my nut sack tattooed. That rest of the sleeve is already planned out and everything. Anyways, let's get back. If you like the stream, make sure you hit that little heart. Hit that little heart, all right? Hit the heart. The heart apparently pops the stream up in the algorithm. At least I was told. I don't know. Apparently, you can just keep hitting the little heart. Would appreciate that. If you like the stream, also make sure you like it, engage with it. I like interacting with you guys. It's fun. This is actually super fun. I really enjoy live streaming like this. She lets us know that she never had access to Tom's phone since he'd crash out if anyone went near it. Okay, yeah, he didn't have Yes, he didn't have the password, never tried to pick it up because he knew it would crash out. Then confirms Tom aggression with another screenshot. All right, let's look at this screenshot. 1 second, let me unplug my mouse. It's officially charged now. It's honestly not that good. I have no natural athletic inclination, but if you just keep doing it, it'll work out. That's where it is. I will. But in 2 years, that's impressive because you weren't you a twink and now you are a bear from the bottom to the top. You're really strong because sometimes when you're on top of me and holding my wrists, I feel like my wrists are going to break in half, Slaw. I feel like I've gotten used to the D before at first because it used to hurt so much, but now it isn't so bad anymore. My bad, I shouldn't have been so aggressive, but you're also like 100 pounds, so that's part of it. It doesn't hurt that much anymore, just at the beginning. You gotta get dressed. I gotta get dressed. Okay, I'm gonna say this again, all right? If a woman is bleeding or being hurt by having sex, you are not doing a good job of foreplay and you're not getting her wet. Plain and simple. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Nearly an hour later, Katie returns to drop a giant mega dump of digital receipts on us. Random dump. I haven't gone through the DMs fully. Blah, 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 blah. Tom following me and DMing me. I screenshot any counters, so I don't take this as planned and evilness. I was literally just a fan. All right, so this is him following her on Instagram. This is him sliding the DMs. Oh, pretty. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with just telling somebody that they're pretty and stuff like this. But if you do this with everybody, then that's kind of like, you're kind of a man whore at that point, right? And there's nothing wrong with being a man whore, but if you're going to be a man whore, just be upfront about it. She then posts more photos in the same dump saying, ready to party, and his freak ass just had something to say something weird. All right, let's see what this says. I arrive like the same time again. Yay. On the first flight. Hi, I'm so hungover. Aw, poor bye-bye. I'll make you feel better. I believe you. I got some sleep. Same, I got a little. Ready to party now. Is partying when I fill your little... That's the very bottom here. This is... Oh. Ah. It's me, Mario. This is getting very juicy. Oh my goodness. She then continues mega dump by stating shooting range is at the first date he filed out all the gun forms for me. She puts trust in a crazy girl and the internet woman, then posting proof that she trusts enough. Okay, so they went range shooting. Oh my. Katie continues dropping 4 more pictures of her post stating, and I quote, the bruise on my face was real. Here's multiple different photos of the times stamps of it. I don't know if it got blah, 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 hitting me or holding my mouth closed, but he did it both. Could have been either. I've been commented on the bruise the next day, not even apologizing, just said that he was scared to take me in public because I look like a victim. That's a fucking weird thing to say. Again, all alleged. All alleged here. Even after all this, she continues with social media posts about the entire thing, saying, lol, this is just a pathetic part of a good proof that he deadass just be walling on hoes. Do not flame me. I have a lapse of judgment sometimes. If I'm getting upset, I'm using it to say my shit, especially because he's beating me damn near and blah, 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 blah. him to date me. Guys, I might snap and have to confess my love and insanity to him. I think hiding my BPD isn't working. Need to... She then details some crazy shit in the paragraph after. This is actually insane. I haven't even mentioned one. Let's see. Load image. Tom is a corn-brained. He almost never came unless you were like screaming, crying, or if he started jerking in front of you to the videos he had just recorded moments before without your consent. I can't break this shit in front of me. Horrible. Videos me, internet brain, make him delete them. Bella caught her because watching Twitter corn. Insane. Watching insane. He is a YouTube brain retard version. I mean, that's kind of, dude, if you gotta pull up corn, okay, look, if you gotta pull up corn on your phone and like watch it while you're actually having sex with somebody, you have issues. That's nuts. And I think that would honestly make almost any woman, BPD or not, feel a little insecure if you have to pull porn. Like, unless you guys are watching it together, that's different. But like, to pull up any sort of corn on your phone to watch it while you're having intercourse, that's weird, dude. You got some issues. You gotta go to talk to a sex therapist or something, man. The first line in Turkey Tom's latest video is, it is funny. The latest video is about a YouTuber's ex destroying them. Exactly. It's funny because if you go to Turkey Tom's YouTube channel, he made this video right here called I'm Alex, which I don't like this guy, but it's hilarious because all the comments are literally talking about Turkey Tom. It took me 2 days to realize Turkey Tom had actual allegations because the comments sound exactly as they usually do. The way my stop gooning hat just fell on the floor. Like, all the top comments are literally making fun of him because he just released a video about I'm Alex while this stuff happens. Like, bruh, you should have waited on that release. He continues saying that this is when he told me he had ringworms and ruined my birthday. Yay, super awesome. Oh, he had ringworm. Oh my god. Oh, hey. The doctor said I have ringworm. You're probably gonna have it. I don't know. Okay, look, I'm not a scientist here. I don't know anything. How does ringworm get passed? I don't know anything about this. You're probably gonna have it soon. Oh, that's so romantic. I'd say go to the doctor as soon as you can. Get some shit from them so it doesn't spread. Oh my god, I knew it. I knew it. If you see red spots or whatever, I'd say to get doctor. I'm going to go to the doctor no matter what. Even if I don't get spots, my BD plans. Oh, I'm going to have an episode. I mean, at least it's a ringworm and not like HSV2 or something. Hey, I have an STD. You should be fine. Don't rub all over your friends and it'll be okay. Me and Ella slept in the same bed. She has OCD. It's over. So now I have to leave the city because she's going insane. Was it at the gym or a woman who gave you the ringworm? I'm spying. The gym. I haven't had sex with anyone but you in a while. Ringworm is general contact with humans. Ringworms isn't actual worms. It's just a fungal infection. Okay. Okay, really? Why is it called ringworm if there's no actual fucking worms in it? God damn the English language, man. Stupid. I don't understand the English. If there's no worms, don't have worm in the fucking name. Can we agree? That's dumb. Whatever. She then goes into a miscellaneous text saying, okay, the rest is random texts with friends and family about my time with him and how he made me bleed and low-key super scary. How's the peen in front of me and saying, is this destroyed my destroyed my don't say I could IG because on my CF, but he made me bleed, not like a period blood. It's so red. You should go to a gynecologist. I'm gonna lol. We just reached the halfway point, so we're only halfway through this so far. Finally, she drops a pic of the streamer's room. Say we both have one of these plushies. I don't know what to do with them. Mine's hidden in my closet. Oh god, not the fucking plushies. You know, funny enough, I'm not even joking. The company that makes these plushies, when this stuff was happening, they reached out to me they reached out to me wanting to say, do you want to get a Repsion plushie? And you'll make this amount of money. I said, fuck no. I don't want a fucking plushie of me in somebody's fucking bedroom. Fucking wacko weirdos. No, thank you. I don't care if I can make money through it. I do not want a plushie of me. No. Fucking egotistical maniacs. With my luck, I'd probably get fucking DM'd by somebody being like, hey, here's your plushie with all my jizz or come on all of it. I had somebody send me a mail with my face on it with their fucking dried semen. True story. Thank you, Nikki Loves Rats, for the $3. Appreciate that. I wouldn't put it past them. It's like, I don't fucking... Ugh. These people and their fucking plushies, dude. Then 13 minutes after her mega dump, she updates with another picture. Why are you so cute? It's ridiculous. Haha, thank you. This picture is so retarded, though. You look cute even though... See, is that Destiny when you're still cute? Yes, that is Destiny the GOAT. Destiny the GOAT. Oh, well, this says everything. You know what? I think Destiny and Turkey Tom should fuck. Imagine the sex tape with that. You know, Turkey Tom's just getting his fucking cock. Destiny's just going. I mean, they're made for each other at this point. Boyfriend who is a guy. That's so awesome. This is so wild. This is why I don't do YouTube anymore as a job, guys. Okay. This is why I don't do YouTube as a job. I don't want to be in this fucking realm anymore. I am so glad I work a 9 to 5 and I make almost $100,000 a year at my job doing commercial driving, because fuck this. It would be so embarrassing as like a big YouTuber, and like whether the allegations are true or not, to have somebody talk, to have like people out you about this type of stuff. You have ringworm and like post all your personal conversations. It'd be humiliating and embarrassing. It would be. But also, like, you can only treat people so poorly and just, like, shitty in general until you get exposed on the internet if you're big, right? At some point, it is going to happen. And this, I think, is Turkey Tom's moment. But apparently, Turkey Tom's making a reply to all this stuff, and I'm just going to be really curious on it. I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't even reply to any of it, because so much of it's so personal and serves no relevancy. But I don't know. It will be interesting to see what comes out if he replies to this. Katie updates on whether or not Tom gave Destiny the suck. Oh, funny enough, look at that. Tom gave Destiny the sucky. Oh man. What was the joke? It was Destiny screwing Nick Fuentes was the original thing, and now we got Turkey Tom and Destiny blowing each other. Sacramento decides to jump in and confirm the allegations about Tom's ringworm infection. All right. Then Katie chimes in and decides to do is go through her DMs on video. Okay. On video. Let's please, does this work? Can we actually watch these DMs? Does this stuff not work? Like, am I being stupid? Like, this is an archive of the video, but I can't see to play it. It's 11 seconds. I don't know if video works in the archive thing. I don't know. Then goes to save for another dump. This is the juicy. Okay, one of Ellie's friends was trying to speak on blah, 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 blah. Tom did meet Ellie as we thought. Flew her to Maine, bought a hotel. Definitely not scared away. Here's what she said. We'll get more from Ellie. What's with the girl? Okay, doesn't really. Hi, are you the girl involved? Nothing. I'm friends with Ellie girl. I would love to talk. Loki can't because I don't know what they're saying about her. Apparently Tom said that he was going to meet her but didn't. Is this Tom and... Okay, that's Tom and some girl. He's picking her up. That girl looks familiar. That girl looks familiar. Who is she? I've seen her before. On, like, Twitter. I would like to post this, but make account. I got you, gang. Do you want me to blur your user? Yes, please. I have more pics. As well, he flew her out on his own will and paid for it. I don't know why he's denying it. I mean, bro, if you're gonna fucking lie to all these different e-girls about stuff, you're gonna get eventually exposed. It's like the girls are gonna come together and be like, hey, you're lying about this person. Interesting. Interesting. The girl Jimmy, Sacramento jumps in the next morning, clarifying the timeline gets even better. All right. Adding some timeline to clarify. Tom informed me that him and Kai broke up November 2023. He told me he started talking to Ellie pretty soon after. However, wouldn't be surprised if there was some Kai-Ellie overlap, considering the fact that he lied to me about the details in the situation, actually meeting up and presumably having sex. Katie then goes on to an all-out response spree close to lunchtime. I'm skimming through what actually looks relevant that I actually want to read. They have the same nose. I mean, yeah, they do. Their noses are all similar, but who cares about their nose? She clarifies that Tom does not eat vagina or know his ass from his elbow when it comes to foreplay. This is what oh my god, this is embarrassing. Bro does not eat the coochie and does not know foreplay. I don't mind answering if it helps. Dry as hell. This is what I was saying. Look at this. I predicted this. How long have I been live? I predicted this almost 40 minutes ago. I literally said on stream that the reason it hurts and the reason that she's bleeding is because she's not wet. And here we are. I foreshadowed this, dude. I predicted this comment. He doesn't. Oh my god. How do you not? This is the thing I don't understand about men. How do you expect a woman to suck your cock and you won't go down on her? Explain to me that. How can you go down on a woman? I mean, how can you have a woman suck your dick and you not go down on her? Where's the equality in that? Like, I hear all the time from women that there are guys who don't eat their coochie. And now it's confirmed. He doesn't eat the coochie. You're like, why? Why not? Why don't you do that? Why is pleasure only about you, man? It's about two people. I can't believe I fucking called this fucking an hour ago, all on the stream. Oh my god. This is wild. Wild. If you let somebody suck your dick and you can't lick them, you're a bad partner. Period. Simple. Sharing is caring. Exactly, Schwash. Exactly. Sharing is caring. You can't expect somebody to like be intimate with you in these types of ways and not be able to reciprocate that same thing back. Again, this is all alleged, but holy moly. She then clarifies how Tom used to self-harm, theorizing how this could have gone down. I mean, I did that when I was a kid too, when I was like a teenager. I didn't do it as an adult though. I don't know what relevancy does that have with anything. After this clarification, she then the rationale behind dumping Tom in the first place, just overall way he acted, his shit personality, his nonchalant attitude about him having ringworm, how he was acted in bed. He just had no redeeming qualities that could make him even slightly worth it. I don't know. I tried to put up with it, but couldn't. I mean, that's if this stuff's valid. The live is getting nasty. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm just the messenger here, okay? I'm just reading and going through all this as it comes. We've already learned some things about Tom that I probably didn't want to know. Oh, no, I definitely didn't want to know. That you probably didn't want to know. But here we are, okay? We're in this in together. Kumbaya. Grab my hand. We're going through this whole journey together. We're finding about things that we just really didn't want to know. That's a lot of TMI information, but that's the internet. Welcome to my live streams where we dive into crazy shit. If you like the stream, hit the heart, become a member. She then drops 2 more screenshots back to back, responding to questions clarified. We started chatting in late 2023, blah, 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 blah. What a statement. This guy is a retard and essays women. What a statement. Later, he updates on the legal situation, whether her BPD is affecting her judgment. She does have the BPD. Doesn't affect my life that much. Just makes me susceptible to dealing with retard behavior. I don't have allegations against anyone else. If you read through the Jet stuff, blah, 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 blah. I guess him admitting to his girlfriend is 18 to me was callous to the farms because they had thought he was grooming a FT contestant, fish tank contestant. I'm not some insane e-girl. I just used to be an MDA fan. I'm a cute girl that got roped into everything. Thank you, Nikki Loves Rats, with the $8 donation. Appreciate that. I agree, because it should be equal. I don't think it should be feminazi either, but I think it should be equal rather than the man being treated better. I mean, that's the majority of relationships should be that way, right? Like, I'm sorry. If you get your dick sucked, you should be able to go down on a coochie. It's not that complicated. And who doesn't, like, unless you're bad at it, who doesn't like eating coochie? I can't believe I'm saying this stuff on live, but here we are. Oh, man. Wait, is my alerts not working? It should be automatically, my alerts shouldn't be, or should be working. Is my alerts even on? I don't even think my alerts are on. Oops. Oh, well. Well, I see your donation. Thank you regardless. I should be there. Yeah, I don't think my alerts. You guys don't hear my text to speech. Anything over $5 is supposed to read out a robot, and the robot's supposed to play audio. But I guess it's broken or something. I'll have to fix it next stream. Sorry about that. But I do have a thing up here, so I can see all your alerts, donations, and memberships. All right. Soon as Sacramento jumps in with another information dump. All right, let's see what this is. If you fuck me, then go flex in the... If you... Oh my god. If you screw me and then go flex in the mirror right after again, I will end myself in front of you. What pre-workout are you getting? It was cool. I'm definitely going to do that again. Sorry, Merc. I've been enjoying it. Any person is the type if they know me. That's the thing. So yeah, I'll be fine. Just want to take precautions. You're good. Good. Yeah, okay. How are you doing? I'm okay. Are you upset at me or something? Schizos are looking through my skits and don't want them to stumble across your account. What didn't make sense? Oh, like they're gonna find me. Who are you? Share online. I didn't want. Okay, that's nothing. Burger. Then releases more shocking information in the same post saying that admittingly Kai cheated more / pedo baiter confrontation. Yeah, but Tom, but I don't think I can trust me. I don't like hearing about it. That type of thing is not what I'm into. She was just a girl who wanted to talk to me, and I foolishly accepted it because I wanted my insecurities to be suppressed by having someone who liked me. I'm sorry, I liked you a lot. Look, I'm having banged a bunch. Look, me having banged a bunch of insane people is too much for you. That's fine. I get it. But if it infests your mind this much, but I don't like whatever is you're implying, it's not too much. I shouldn't have looked into the problem of the fact that you urged on is because it's past. I think it's kind of weirded out by the freaky shit girl crazy. A few years ago, I had a bad breakup and I got cheated on. It hurt my ego quite a bit. And so just decided the way to fix that was fucking a bunch of twisted sluts. It wasn't a good idea and made things worse. And I realize that now, and I don't want to endlessly explain myself. I mean, that is something that does happen. Like if you get cheated on and you go screw a bunch of people, it does actually make you feel pretty empty. I can understand that because I did that in my very, very early 20s too when I had a really bad breakup. I hooked up with a lot of people in my early 20s, but it didn't do anything for me. And then I also found out that I'm demisexual, which makes it way harder too. So flex in the mirror after smashing. No, bro. I mean, what's the definition of a true alpha man? Screwing somebody and then go flex in the mirror. Rah, look at my muscles. If that happened, that is ridiculous, dude. And also going back, it seems like every interaction that he's had sexually with somebody, like, there's no aftercare. He just screws them and goes on Discord or goes flexes in the mirror. Like, that's... Bro, come on. You have serious relationship problems from your past, and you need to get that resolved and fixed with therapy rather than just being a complete total degenerate. Like, it's okay to be a degenerate, but, like, being a degenerate and now we all know about this degeneracy, and you don't want to do anything to fix it. Woof. The next morning, Sacramento concerns that we've been spared from seeing a disturbed image of Tom. Then opens it. What is this? Katie, thanks for confirming. Katie and I have both of these plushies. Know the deal with them, and yes, he has like 20 plushies in his closet. Then goes over the allegations that are backed up by evidence on the form. You can choose to believe what you want in this situation. Let's read this. You can choose what belongs to you. If not, both of us have posted definite proof of this website following hitting and squeezing face hard enough to cause bruising. One of Katie's texts confirmed the fact that he was filming during sex, causing severe bleeding after intercourse, sending nudes to an age player with an insane lolicon past that he definitely knew about. I didn't really see, I mean, oh man, I don't know. I didn't see any. What do we have like evidence that she's an age player though? I didn't see that in this post so far. Meeting up with the presumably having sex with the age player lolicon girl. Ellie hasn't responded, but she figured out. Almost certainly did age play with her, though, telling us it's attractive that we look like children with, i.e., small boobs. Jesus. She confirms why she was dating Dom and elaborates why he chose her. Unfortunately, I agree with you. We both have attachment issues, and we should have dumped his ass the moment we started hitting us. However, I don't think that discards the fact that what he did was wrong and probably chose us because he could tell that we both have issues. Also, money is a real thing. Full transparency, I was also in the bag because half the time he was really miserable to be around, but I could not put up with that much longer. I mean, why would a man specifically seek out multiple women with BPD? Realistically. Because, I mean, I would say that they're easily more vulnerable to get involved with. And I think there is an actual theory there. Like if you associate specifically and you only want to date crazy e-girls with BPD and they all have BPD, I think actually I kind of agree with her. That's why he probably chose these people, is because they both have issues. And with people with these big overlying issues with mental health, it's easier to get laid by these types of people, especially if you're a big YouTuber with a massive following or audience, right? It's even easier at that point. So I don't think that theory's too far off, I'm going to be honest. Then Katie jumps into offer a response from the post's commentary. Hello, friend. I only mentioned BBD because he obviously has a type that generally goes after this type because he has more known that BBD girls are crazy and bitter. It's also an easy way for him to beat women and treat them like shit and get away with it. I've never used it as an excuse, but I don't think it's even exhibiting insane BPD behavior in the thread. Oh, this girl's 100% attention whore and just hopped on the train in hopes of getting noticed. DM'd me very odd messages, very I don't know who this person is. It's some girl with his Tinder profile. I mean, look at this though. Okay, first of all, that is Tinder right there. And that is him flexing the mirror. Like, oh my God. PSA, men. A lot of women don't like men who flex in the mirrors. And if you're holding a fish, you're probably not going to want to get fucked by most people. She then also states really attention, trying to fuck up the whole extra evidence because she wants 2 seconds of form fame before continuing. Okay, this is a lot of just conversations and replying to things, nothing really substance here. Upon questioning, she doubles down that the other girl was definitely a attention whore. I haven't seen you in a while. Glad to see you're still doing well. Welcome, Sesame Simple. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't really make a whole lot of dedicated upload content these days. I do have a video coming probably in the next February, but I've been doing live streams. So if you're here and you're new to my channel, thank you for being here. Welcome. These are my streams. I stream every Thursday around 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you like the stream, heart the little button, give it a thumbs up, and become a member of the channel. Because at some point, I'd like to do member-only streams. I think it would be really fun. I can make some very exclusive content for you guys on Fridays once a week. But yeah, this is not my day. I don't do YouTube as a job anymore. This is just for the lulz. This is for fun because I genuinely enjoy streaming, and I like talking to you guys. It is fun. Evidence is still evidence. Chat She then explains rationale after all this. I don't care. Soon everyone jumps in and pivots and provides more evidence of Tom's sexual violence. All right, what is this? No, I'm coming back tomorrow. Saying this is a little personal, but I broke up with my boyfriend, and I broke up with my boyfriend, and I know I confided in you months about the sexual violence. I found out about the pattern of this, and considering going forward with law enforcement with the information, if you don't mind, could you write out a statement over the text describing what I told you? Your statement will be 100% anonymous. Of course, I'm driving. I'll get it. I already hear that. Does this work? Thank you. Thank you. Text with my roommate confirming. I'm glad you didn't completely leave YouTube. You were my favorites to watch. Well, thank you. Thank you a lot. I appreciate that. I love seeing stuff like that. Hello, Rick Sand. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Let's see. This is the roommate. Ceremony. Almost claimed that he was being too aggressive and he was hurting her, and they would describe what he was saying and proceed to engage. Okay, so she did communicate. See, this is what I was earlier talking about. Like, I wanted to say if she communicated that he was going way too hard and hurting her during actual intercourse and he still continued to do with it, then that's a piece of shit. Like, if somebody tells you that you're being too rough or you're hurting me and you continue and you don't stop, that's a problem. I also remember there was a mention of bleeding due to such intense aggression. Thank you so much. She updates us on various facets of Tom's personal life. He updates on this family and his relationship with Destiny. From what he told me, they were not supportive at all when he first made to go to college, but he dropped as soon as he made the YouTube dimes and announced it during a family function. He told Katie he went to visit that Destiny guy 4 times. Oh, man. Old drama might impact him alongside his mental crisis. I don't think there's any way you can address this without for embarrassing some exposing weird fetishes, lolicon shit. Mental illness, I don't know. I don't want to armchair diagnose, but he has signs of showing narcissistic personality disorder, which lines with him going after BPD girls. I mean, in some of our text conversations I shared, he was also very manipulative. Later in the evening, later that evening, she addresses the allegations of the third ex. Let's see. What is this? Hi, any updates? Okay, I've been really busy. She has 220. It was 25 on the minute. Doesn't really remember the exact dates, but it was February, March. Trying to recover my DMs, but can't because he was hacked. All right, so like this is the type of stuff. This is the type of stuff I like to see because it actually shows evidence of stuff like they had a relationship. I just want to say anything happened because she's able to recover messages about. I'll let you know if there's anything else. She's being cautious. Soon as ever claims black and text through her and Tom. More text. This is about the hacker. More info about the hacker was my friends. He dropped this to me. What is this? I mean, nothing right now. They emailed my parents. I'm just waiting to drop it publicly. I'm just waiting for it to drop publicly. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry this happened to you. That's fine. I mean, this guy wanted 5,000. I don't negotiate with terrorists. Ransom. Not to leak it public. Send to my parents. I mean, if a hacker really did this, that's super fucked, man. What is the A10? She didn't do anything. It was some hacker. F on the bone. Okay. Katie drops some stuff about Ellie info. What is this? So she wanted to add that her nudes were leaked and that she was hacked. The other girl was friends with also hacked, posted their nudes on her story. They were basically saying she's lying about being hacked and wanted money from the start. She had a public relationship with 2 or 3. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's saying this is really like. All right, this is where things get interesting. The 4th ex, Kai, comes out and makes a statement on a Google Doc. So we're actually going to go to the official doc. Here we are. All right, so this is where it gets a little more interesting, and I know a little bit about this. So my name is Caitlin or Kai. I dated Turkey Tom off and on between August 2020 to 2023, ages 17 to 20 and 21, for about 3 years in total. There's a couple of pictures of us. I posted regardless, but you can see we're the same base, blah, 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 blah. thumbnail. By the way, she's really cute. Looks cute. She looks nice. But apparently, something that I thought I would never have to respond to. I have spent over the last 2 years going over on my way to avoid any drama claims made about me or my relationship. I even private all my social media for a very long time because I have never wanted to be a spectacle for people to poke at intimate deals in my life for their own entertainment, given recent events. However, I feel a sense of responsibility to say something. Tom and I had a very mutually toxic relationship. And yes, we both cheated on one another. Whoop. This behavior isn't good for either of us, but are private matters that don't in any way deserve to be blasted by the internet or by me. I would never feel the need to put that out to the world by my own choice. Unfortunately, it's being made public against each other, our wishes, so I thought I would just acknowledge it. Now, to give my experience in Tom with relation to the serious allegations being made by former partners, there's a lot of information being shared that I find extremely unnecessary, with driving motivation to humiliate him. I find this behavior to be abhorrent and will not address any minor anecdote about him that doesn't carry emotional relevance. I already like the way that she's talking right now. It's pretty professional. I also need to stress that this is just my experience, and he may have acted differently with girls who he was involved with after me. I am not undermining anyone's experience, and I don't wish to speculate on their credibility. I will be directly replying to him as a partner overall at the end. In regards to sexual encounters, the few times we did record anything, it was either with explicit permission beforehand or an established consent based on previous conversations in our long-term relationship. It wasn't really a frequent thing that happened, but mostly when we started to live together and were long distance. There's lots of things we did where we look back and I shake my head because my standards for myself have really changed so much since then, but everything was always consensual between us. There were a few instances where I became uncomfortable with an encounter and he was understanding and he would not continue after I voiced discomfort. That's good. I also don't think this allegation being made about him, but I wanted to stress that nothing in the bedroom was rough or aggressive that even translated to domestic interactions. There's a lot of negative things about to say about Tom, but he was always surprisingly patient and never did so much as yell at me. I never once felt fearful of him when he was angry the entire time in a relationship, which included living together for over 6 months. There's been messages circulating claiming Tom and I participated in age play, which is just a blatant twisting of truth. Tom definitely romanticizes power dynamics, so that's not good, and heavy dom and sub stuff, but he was never expressed through age-related dynamics role-playing. It's clear that he has some sort of Sanorino, I don't know what that is. He has a type for Sereno mentally ill e-girls, but I can't say that from my experience that it was ever pedophilic in nature. The person I knew between the years of 2020 to 2023 was not into those things. Any after that, I wouldn't know. Is it true that Tom had? It is true that Tom has a blackmail folder of me consisting of phone recordings and text messages. I've known about it for a very long time because he told me. We were messy as fuck, okay? I have never had any intentions of speaking about him publicly, but I did decide to be evil after one of the times we broke up and tell him I was going to ruin his career because he was ignoring me. And I knew it would freak him out. Yeah, that's pretty shitty. I'm gonna ruin your career. Yeah. So, like, I get this concern even though I've clarified a million times that I would never do this. This was extremely shitty of me, and I'm really embarrassed to admit it publicly, but without this context, it looks worse than it is. I do not all feel fearful about him leaking anything private relating to me in response to this because I think I'm being very respectful along with everything being very truthful. I mean, Sonero is the company that made Hello Kitty and the My Melody stuff. Okay, and Cinnamon Roll. Okay, gotcha. Thanks for clarifying. I didn't know that. Overall, Tom is a very extremely person who is flawed. Oh man, that's gonna hurt his ego. If he makes a response, he better not reply to this because it would make him look really stupid, honestly. I'm disappointed that he'll still see generally self-centered stuff around sex as an act. Our relationship really fucked me up for a while, and certain things still affect me negatively from it. According to what some have said, it goes both ways. Most of the things that had hurt me about our relationship don't come crossover with other people have said about him. So I feel relieved that I can still maintain privacy in some sense. We literally met as minors, and I still think the longest relationship he's ever been in. You don't date somebody for 3+ years if you think they're an irredeemable piece of shit. I've known him to be a person capable of things, but everyone who has spoken up about him even has after we broke up, so I just couldn't know. As sad and angry as he's made me feel, I've never thought to him to be a heartless or sadistically cruel, just someone who has a lot of issues. All I have is my own experience to use as a guide for what I think is true, but others shouldn't take it as gospel above someone else's testimony. I apologize for my brevity, as I only want to give pointed answers to avoid relaying intimate details about my sex life with an ex. That's valid. I do not want to come across like I'm exposing Turkey Tom. I've just felt morally inclined to share my experience about certain things since people have been wanting to specifically hear what I have to say. I don't think there's any need for a follow-up. I've said everything I wish to comment on. I just wish I can go back to my life without constantly being coming up because we've broken up for so long now. Now, it is interesting, and the reason I bring this up is because there was speculation that, or somebody, I don't know where this idea came from, that Tom is into age play stuff and with his ex Kai. So she clarified, said that they never did that. So, I mean, we have a person who they were together for 3 years saying that he was never into that stuff. I don't know. I don't know where the lolicon stuff came from. I haven't seen anything specific yet about that, but, you know, it could very well, stuff could come out later. Maybe stuff is out. I just haven't seen it yet. Sacramento jumps in, confirms that Tom and Kai's relationship was toxic. She replies to questions about her news coverage. She then reviews about what's been posted to the site. The owner of Kiwi Farms, Noel, Josh Ramoon, announces an interview with Sacramento and Katie. So, this is where things get a little interesting. Because now I'm going to close this document. We are on the interview, and this is where we definitely get a lot more information. So the two exes go and talk with Josh Moon, who is the owner of Kiwi Farms, and we're going to listen to this. Oh, you know what I just realized? I don't have my oh, it is on. Is this? Let's see. I don't have my headset on. That's why it's not working. Let's see here. Do you hear anything?
I think
to Katie at first, and I'm just going to ask that she tell whatever she wants to say from when she met Tom all the way up to when they stopped knowing each other. And
Thank you, Cal Faith. Appreciate that.
Okay. So
you started watching me when you were 11? That's wild. Hi. Thank you for watching for 10 years.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I think everything's fine. Cool. I already messed up my audio, but I think it should be fine. Okay, nice. So how'd you meet Turkey Tom?
I met him on Instagram in like late 2023. He started liking my stories, and then he followed me on Instagram. And then I think he DM'd me first and just like swiped up on one of my stories and was like, pretty. And I was like, oh my God, Turkey Tom. This is crazy. And then we just like started talking, like flirting back and forth. And then quickly he was like, wanted to fly me out. And then so am I going too fast or like I feel like
no, you're fine. But
okay.
If I want to interrupt, I'll just ask. Like for instance, how long was it between he swiped on Instagram to hey, I'm gonna pay to fly you out to wherever?
I met him like probably December of 2023, and then by January 2024, I was flown out. So like a month, not even.
Okay. And would you say, did it feel serious? Did it feel like just like a hookup or?
I mean, I'm not dumb, so you know, you can never really tell with an internet personality or something if they're like trying to date you or whatever. And so I like went there with like no intentions of like thinking that he was gonna like try to marry me or anything like that. But he was like very like he not to, I hate the term like love bomb, but he's a like love bomb for sure. Was like hella affectionate, but also like beating me, but during sex. But other
The sign of a healthy relationship. I love you. Punches in the face.
wives would like sit there and like compliment me and like be affectionate and like took me to like shoot guns and ice skating and stuff. And so I couldn't really tell if there was something from it, but I could tell he liked me more than just like a hit and quit. Because then I did end up seeing him again.
Okay. So in that month, when you say love bombing, was it like I love you, or was it like, oh, you're so pretty, and just like giving lots of compliments?
After I saw him the first time, after that he started being like, "I love you. Like you're so awesome. Like the other girls aren't like you. Like this is perfect. Oh my god."
Okay. So
But like,
he
but before meeting him, he would just like compliment
Thank
me
you,
a lot and
Zenek. I
stuff.
appreciate that. I appreciate those
and
kind words.
so you came over. How long did you stay?
About, I would say like 5-ish, like 5 or 6 days.
Okay, it's a pretty good trip. And do you mind telling me where you're from and where his place is? Like what state?
So at the time I was living in San Francisco, California.
Okay.
So I was flying literally across the country to Portland, Maine. And so it'd be
Okay.
like literally an entire day of flying.
Yeah, I imagine. So it's probably like a what, 10 hour trip in total?
At least, yeah, for sure.
Okay. So then after 5 days, I guess you flew back, and did you guys stay in contact?
Yeah, after the first time I flew back, we stayed in contact and he was like
You know,
calling me.
what is wrong with meeting people like in real life? Like going out to a bar. Like, why do you have to go out and fly everybody out to you in order to meet people? Like, going out to a bar and meeting somebody is a real thing that you can do. And it can be beneficial to meet real life people instead of terminally ill online BPD girls. Like, man.
Me a lot. And then that's when I got the 2 videos of him saying night rape and talking about like holding me down and the whole Game of Thrones elf thing. And
Wait, Game of Thrones
That's a
health
bit much.
thing?
Hold up.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Oh, please.
How long ago was this, and how old were you two when this happened?
So
Oh,
I'm
no.
23 now, so I was like 21.
I hope this doesn't go the route that I think it's going to go with like Game of Thrones, because there's like a lot of underage stuff with the Game of Thrones.
I think like 21 by that time, or about to be.
And he was
He's
same
my
age?
age also. Yeah, he's like 21.
Okay. Cool. So then you guys were apart, and these were when you got the voicemails. In particular, one that you mentioned. Was that like? Let me rephrase that. Did it feel like it was a exclusive thing after you went back to San Francisco? Did it feel like this is a relationship and we're not seeing other people now?
Not fully that it was a relationship, but definitely, the term situationship, something like that, where like it did seem like we were exclusive, especially with the way he would like talk, like
Okay.
at that point. And so I wouldn't say, because that's what like, I wouldn't say we ever dated. We were more just like a fling, because he never like asked me to be his girlfriend straight out. And then, but like, he also never like, but he would tell me he wasn't having sex with other girls and stuff.
That's such a weird thing. Like, you're telling somebody that I'm not having sex with other people. You don't want to make them your girlfriend. I don't.
So it was during this break where you were receiving like voice messages from him. And I remember the one that really stuck out is he said, it's very awkward. I'm going to try to give him the benefit of a doubt. And I'm wondering if you can fill this in for me, because it was speculated. He says something like, there's nothing better than night rape. And that's what it really sounds like. Like, he really puts emphasis on the P in night rape. But it was explained to me that there is a DLC for Elden Rings called Night Rain. And he might be referring to that. Would you know if there's any
night rape?
What?
Okay. I will say that there's a reason that he said night rape, but I don't want to air out a business that is like a not known thing. But someone else has said night rape before, and I guess that's like, and he very much liked it. But he also was like into like CNC type stuff. So he would use it interchangeably
When you
between
say
like
CNC, you mean consensual, non-consensual, like rape play?
yeah, like
Okay.
we like from what I could tell, because like I don't want to like get ahead of myself, so I won't explain too much at once. But like we'll get into like the whole dynamics later. But it seemed like he would say night rape sometimes, and it would give like, oh, he is about like he wants to molest me, or sometimes it'd be night rape and it's like haha rape city, like funny joke.
Dude, that's so weird. That's such a weird thing to like. I don't.
So it was
Okay.
like
I don't even know what to say
So
to
I think,
this.
like,
So
when- that's
there's
why
no
in
way that he
my-
was referring to a game. Is what
No,
I'm saying.
no, he is not
Okay.
saying night rain.
And you're 100% certain of that because of context that's not in that conversation.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Okay.
He's
Was there-
said that many a times?
During the how many times did you fly out to meet him?
Twice.
Okay. And before how long was the gap between the first time and the second time?
Like 3-ish weeks.
Okay. And so during that they had the night rape message. Was there anything else that was like that stands out in memory during that time?
He would just text me very like vulgar, like gooner type stuff about like you like same things as like he was saying on the phone of like, oh, you're so small and I'm so big and I'm so strong and like, oh, like I like gave you a bruise and blah blah blah, or and like he would like be like, oh, like, ew, I don't even want to say these types of words, it's so like gross to say, but he would just like say like weird sexual things and like throughout
Did
the
it
whole
feel-
time of me waiting to like go, or like before I went back.
Did it feel like the size difference was like a really big thing to him? Like he
Yes.
was really into it.
Yes.
For both of you?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
How tall
the other
is he?
girls here.
5'8".
5'8".
Like I don't know,
I'm
like
taller than
5'10" at most.
I'm taller.
Okay. How
He's
tall are
not
you
that-
guys?
I'm
Actually,
5'10".
Wait, he's dead ass like 5'8". Yeah, you're right. Because when I met him, I wore platforms and I was his height.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask, are you guys like 5 foot?
Do you guys remember that time Onision was talking about how tall he used to be, and then when we were side by side in court, people saw that I was actually taller than him? Good times.
Even or something?
I'm 5'3".
I'm like 5'5", but I'm very petite built, I guess.
Okay. So he would just mention that a lot, that you guys were like very petite and
Yes.
small.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did he ever ask you to wear specific things?
Not like per se, but he definitely, Sacramento can attest to this too, would like kind of try to push stuff onto you. Like he would buy like specific gifts so like you would wear it because it's like something he bought you and it's a gift, but it's not like he would be like, put this on. But he would buy like weird like Hello Kitty attire and like would ask like if we were into like Hello Kitty or dolls and stuff like that. And so I
Dolls.
think more
Monster
Yeah.
High.
to Monster High.
Really?
Oh my
Oh
lord.
Yes.
man.
It's because of Kai, literally.
Okay, so
But-
he was trying to find like another, like who was into, I guess, age play. I mean, I don't want to like just jump to that and say like, oh, he's definitely looking for age play, but like Monster
No,
High is like this.
definitely.
I don't want to like say like put the words out like that, but also at the same time, I mean, if you're looking for a bitch who's into dolls and Hello Kitty and Velcro children's shoes, then like
Yeah, that's like in the kids aisle at Walmart. This is the Monster
Yeah,
High
like-
stuff.
yeah.
Okay. So he would. I mean, that's what I was asking for. Like, did he give you clothes that was like, this is like saccharine light pastels and stuff?
Yes, for my birthday gift, he bought me a whole bunch of Hello Kitty type stuff. Like in some of the pictures of the age player lolicon girl, Ellie, she's wearing these Hello Kitty pajamas, and he bought me like those exact same type of pajamas and other like stuffed animals, stuff like that.
Did I just somehow completely? I don't remember seeing that in the document. Did you? I didn't see the I saw text messages of Ellie, but the document that we went over, I didn't see any of the dressing up type of thing.
Okay. So since Katie was vaguely aware of, I guess not even vaguely, like you knew who he was, but you say that you didn't know him at all, right? And I'll switch back, but I have a quick question. Did that seem out of place? Like you don't know this guy and he's buying like Hello Kitty, Monster High stuff. It's like, did that seem like weird or?
I wanted to clarify that. I figured out who he was like very quickly. So yeah, I knew about his online presence like pretty much as soon as we met till the end of our relationship. But I wasn't like super into YouTube world or whatever, so like I knew that he had a YouTube channel, but I wasn't like super into it.
But did you feel that the gifts, like clothing and toys and stuff, were weird, or did it feel?
Yes.
Okay, it did.
Yes.
Like all of it, like the clothes too. It was like, this is weird.
Yes, because I never expressed any like interest in like, oh, I love Hello Kitty.
See, this is where I actually agree with what she's saying here. To like just like buy a woman all this Hello Kitty stuff, that is weird. Because like if she's into that, like genuinely as a hobby, or like she's like a fandom or whatever, like if a girl's like really into Pokemon, whatever, I'm a huge Pokemon guy, then that's normal. But if you just like, if I just go out on buy a girl a bunch of things, I don't know, like some anime of that I've like of young people who are minors, and I buy her all this shit and I'm like, here's this anime of a bunch of the things that kids like. Here you go. You're not really into it at all. You've never asked for it. That's a little weird, dude. Like, I wouldn't buy somebody Hello Kitty for their birthday or I wouldn't give anybody Hello Kitty things unless they was like, that was something that they liked, right? Like, I think that's common sense. I mean, the last time I bought something that was Hello Kitty related, because I have purchased stuff from Hello Kitty stuff, it was for my stepdaughter, who's 10.
And I want more Hello Kitty stuff. Like, I don't know.
Okay, last question, then I'll switch back to the timeline. But did you ever like deliberately express an interest, like, oh, I would like this as a gift, and then just not get it because it didn't match like what we know now in terms of what his interests are?
I don't.
Sorry if that's like an obtuse question.
I would say yes, Sack, because of the flower situation.
Flower situation.
The flower situation. Yes, I did ask Tom to buy me flowers, and he did not seem to understand why a woman in a relationship with a man would want flowers ever. He actually called his mom and asked why it would be important to ever buy a woman flowers, and that was like the only time I ever asked him for something. But the rest of it was
in front of you to ask about why women like flowers.
No, but he had told me that he called her to ask why. So, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, let me just stop it. Women love flowers. Most women love flowers. They like little thoughtful gifts. If you have to call your mother and ask her, should I give this girl that I'm banging some flowers? How is this real? How do you not understand that? Women like candles too. They like chocolate. They like ice cream. How do you not know that a woman doesn't like flowers? Like that's like the basic thing. I fucking gave a girl flowers when I was like 12 years old for Valentine's Day. And I drew a stupid little card of like her cat and my dog, and I gave it to her. Her name was Stephanie. I remember. I went out in the playground. I grabbed these one of the little yellow dandelions, and I got a bunch of them and gave her a little Valentine's Day card. Girls love flowers. How does 12-year-old me know that women like flowers and Tom doesn't know that? Oh my god. Holy moly. And having to call your mom and ask for shit like that? Come on, bro. Why are you asking your mom on girl advice?
Okay then. So in this gap then between the two meetups, did Did anything else happen? There was another voicemail that you shared, right? Do you remember what that was?
Yeah, that's the one that's like, because there's the night rape one, and then there's the like, oh, you're so small and I'm so big, and like when I was holding you down, I thought I was gonna break your arms, or so he says something to those to like that, like something like that. And then he compares to have like my small boobs and like having sex with me to like having sex with a fairy from Game of Thrones.
Okay, so that's another thing that I don't understand. Maybe you guys did you guys watch Game of Thrones? I have not
No,
watched Game of
I
Thrones.
saw
Nobody
people,
knows what he's talking about.
I saw people tweaking a little bit in the threads about that, like debating which girl it was. I have no idea. He never showed me which one he like meant, and or like which one came to mind. And I also didn't ask because I was like, this is such a weird thing to say. Aren't they all 12?
It's I don't even want to get into it, but there's like no clear understanding. Nobody has any idea what that means, what he says.
She's
So there's like
1400, but she's 15.
Yeah,
there's there's like an elf character that is in one of the spin-offs as a child and like is like 14 at the youngest and then is like an adult at the latest, but nobody really understands what that means. So did so the decision to fly back and meet him, was that prompted by him or by you?
Him.
Him.
My birthday is in March, and so he was like, "Oh, you should come see me for your birthday. Like I have to do this furry convention, but then you should come and see me."
Okay.
And I was like,
wait, what?
Okay.
Because he's going. Is that where he met Madeline or Meow?
Oh, come on. Why do I have a spammer coming to my Discord right now?
He like posted a video, I think on like Tom IRL or something, of him at that furry convention.
Sorry, I know. Don't like using my phone when I'm live streaming,
No,
but
right after,
spam the spammer.
Like, he was like, I'm gonna go to this furry convention, and then you should come see me.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So, before I ask about that visit, anything else from the Gap that is interesting, worth touching on? Did he say anything weird?
I mean, I kind of went over most of it of him just being like overall like pushy and weird and like age baity almost with the things he would say.
Okay, and then you fly back, and how did that go? How long did you
Horrible. That was the worst experience of my life, I think.
Wow. Okay.
That's a big statement.
So,
Worse than
was
in
that
life.
also 5 days?
No, I think like 5 days total, like of me, like I flew in and then like I stayed with him for real 3 days, and I flew back on the 5th day.
You flew back early?
Yeah. He
Okay.
actually, well, okay, when he flies girls out, he doesn't buy them a flight home. He flies you out, and then he's like, I'll buy your flight home when you get here.
Okay.
That's weird.
Which already, when I was like telling,
I mean, that is a little weird, but I'm assuming that he would do that is because doesn't want to like the girl stands him up or something, like, right? If you pay for 2 flights from and back, you're paying more money. But he's also a millionaire, so I don't really understand like why it really would matter that much anyway.
that's why all my friends thought I was a victim from the jump, is like he acted really weird and also would do things like that. And so all my like normal friends were like, this is weird. Like you're a victim right now and you're just not realizing. And
Yeah,
so that's
I
like
would
how I
say-
got all those videos.
Okay, because you were on edge. You had been warned that there might be something weird going on.
Yeah, and my friend was spending the night with me and was listening to the conversation because he would like beg to call me like every night. And so I was like, fine, I'll answer. And she was listening and she was like, what the fuck is this man saying to you?
Okay, so what was so terrible about the
Calling
second
every
visit?
night.
Okay, so fun. This is kind of gonna sound like it's like a little bit of a ramble in a sense because it's like the dream shit, like the dream George Not Found drama was happening at the time with this girl named Katie, and only reason I know about it is because I was at his house and he was streaming literally for 2 days straight, just sitting in his room, making me sit in the corner silently while he just streamed all.
No way. So she was there when that was happening. Okay, that is so, like, imagine flying a girl out to spend time with, this is also some of your screwing, and you just sit on Discord and you live stream for 2 days straight while you have a woman at your place and you don't interact with her, you don't do anything with her, you don't engage with her, you do nothing. She just sits in the corner. Like, Turkey Tom got a Hassan Piker dog in the corner of the room, literally just sitting there. down, bitch. Don't move. You're gonna sit there. You're gonna watch me stream for 2 days straight. Here's a Cheeto.
All day
Want some
talking
food?
about how this bitch was
Here's a
like
piece
a
of
liar
pizza.
and a stupid whore, and like her consent isn't real, and like just like insanity. And the way like I don't even know anything about that situation, so like I don't know if there was like actual drama there. But just listening to how he was talking about like a girl getting molested, I was like, oh my god, no wonder he's beating me. Like this man is insane. Like, and I literally ended up like not like we hung out a lot for like the first day. And then he was like streaming a lot. And then I literally was like nonverbal. Even when he wasn't streaming, we like were barely talking. He told me I was a second body. And then the first time I went and saw him, he told me I was the second girl he had sex with. And then the second time I went.
Okay, first of all, why would you even tell a girl that? Again, this is all alleged. This is just like she's just saying this stuff. But like, if that is true, why would you say that? Why would you tell a girl I just had sex with another girl?
And saw him. He made me watch the show You. And,
oh, that's a red flag.
About like the crazy.
I did enjoy that show, but like that's weird to force somebody. That's weird. That's bizarre to force somebody to watch that.
Stalker or whatever, and from Netflix, and he was like, "Oh, this girl's such a whore. Like I've only had sex with 4 people," and I was like, "4 people? You told me you weren't fucking nobody else, and you had sex with I was your second what?" I was like, "Huh?" And so that was like kind of like one of the things where I was like, okay, I'm like, I mean, I wasn't too hung up about that because like I take everything with a grain of salt if someone's like a fucking internet personality. Like I'm not gonna like be too hung up. But I was like, oh, this man's a whore. And also this man's insane because he's
also look, okay, look, I got this. Look, this is my shot glass, okay? There is nothing wrong with being a whore. As a man or a woman. But if you're going to be a whore, be an honest whore. Okay? That's my requirement. Just be open. Don't lie to people about you being a whore. Don't try to hide and lie about how many people you've been doing. Oh, you're the only girl, but then you have like 5 side chicks or 5 side men. Right? It's pretty simple. I think it's basic. Just be transparent about your whorishness. And it's going to be all good.
He's probably beating all these women.
You're not going to be put in a situation like this.
You land.
Exes
you're back
all
in Portland.
speak out against
the second time you're meeting him.
Yes.
You land, and he immediately just like Kaya places you, puts you in a corner of his room. Is there like anything that happens between?
We hang out for like a couple hours, and then he's like, "I'm sorry, but there's hot literally he's like there's hot goss on the market. I gotta stream."
Who was it about? The streams?
It was.
Just know, like, if you have somebody over at your house, like if I had a woman over my house right now, I would not be live streaming right now to you guys. No offense. She would have my utmost priority. I would be cooking her dinner. She'd be cooking me dinner. We'd be watching something, some anime, some Dragon Ball Z or something, right? Like, the last thing on my mind would be streaming. That's actually super rude. If you invite somebody over to spend time with them and you're going to sit and fucking live stream where they just sit around and watch, like, that's so rude. Why can't you fucking just wait? Wait till they go home and then you can talk about it. But oh no, it's hot drama. I got to talk about it now. The first person to talk about it gets the most views. The first person to cover it. I got to talk. Go sit in the corner. I got to deal with this hot drama, hot gossip. Like, Am I wrong? It's rude. It's super fucking rude. You're wasting a person's time if you're just going to live stream and not even include them in the live stream at all. You're a goddamn fucking YouTuber, dude. You have all the flexible time in the world to talk about whenever. And you have a woman in your fucking house and you choose to ignore her and, oh my God, like, that's pathetic, dude. That is pathetic.
Like Minecraft YouTubers. And I guess one of them had just like gotten outed for like touching another girl. And so I was there for when Too Mad died too, and it was insane. That was also horrible.
So for literally the entirety of 2 days, did he specifically ask that you do not like roam about the complex? Did he like say you have to be here with me?
Josh's question's funny.
Well, like he would be like, "Oh, sit with me," and then I would be trapped in the room because like you can see the door, and he doesn't want people to know there's a woman in his house.
Why
And
not?
so-
What's wrong with that?
and so-
if you have a woman in your house, what's wrong with having a woman in your house? Like, why don't you want to show anybody off? Why don't you want to just show that you're a normal person? You're not normal, clearly.
What's
he
the-
would,
Why do people gotta hide
and so
everybody?
I would just be like stuck in the corner because I'd be there when it would start, and then he would just be streaming, and then I'm just trapped.
And he didn't allow you to like have any presence on the stream, so you're just in this room and you can't walk past him because it's in front of the camera.
No. Yeah, no. And like, yeah, literally. No.
I don't know why I'm like visualizing him like live streaming and him like throwing a piece of pizza like, here, eat. Here, you want some water? Here's a water bottle.
No.
That's very bizarre. Like, because it's like you can watch the stream. You could just go out to the other room and watch the stream if he insisted.
Right? Like, and also, like, I don't give a fuck about these Minecraft YouTubers. Why, like,
Yeah.
why me? So
Yeah,
it
that's
was just,
rude.
like, he was, for one, even more aggressive the second time I went and saw him. And then he like barely spoke to me and was streaming most of the time. And then when he tried to speak to me, he was just like saying stupid stuff. He like told me about having sex with 2 other girls and just was just like insufferable. So I was having a horrible time. And I also was convinced he had ringworm before he even had
Oh
it.
no, not the
'Cause I'm
ringworm.
looking at his body and I see like marks and I'm like, this looks like ringworm. I'm not like this. I don't want to touch this man. This looks like ringworm. And
Okay.
so it here. Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I was going to ask, is this the time that he got the fungal infection?
Yes.
Because this was immediately after the furry convention, right?
Oh
Yes.
my lord.
And he told me that he thinks he got it from the gym, but he like would shower after going to the gym from like at least when I was there. And so like
Bro, you missed the Corey, you missed so much. You missed the first 2 hours of this. We went through the entire document. The entire document, all the screenshots, everything. I have learned more about Tom and his ringworms and his goddamn weird kink shit than I wanted to know. You've missed it all. But thankfully, we're on video on demand, so you can go back and watch it. But you've missed a lot. You've missed it a lot. We went through the whole document. Now we're listening to Joshua Moon, the man of Kiwi Farms, interview the 2 girls.
maybe he was doing that to keep up appearances, but like I feel like he probably like it was very weird that he got it right after going to a furry convention.
Yeah, it takes 4 to 14 days, Google says, for ringworm to appear. So that sound right?
Dude, you know he probably banged a couple furries. If he's really this big of a man whore, he totally did it.
Because I think he did the furry convention either like late February or early March, and then I saw him like around like March 10th-ish or something like that.
Okay. So I mean, he could have been telling the truth both times, theoretically. He could have had sex with 2 different furries at the convention and
Oh,
gotten a
fun to know.
ringworm.
What?
True.
No, I swear to God, I haven't watched this
that's
video.
my working theory so far.
I didn't try to predict what Josh
Why that
was
would
going to say.
happen. Okay, so what? So you were there. You hang out on the first day for just a little bit, and then the hot goss reps, and then you're on the mattress, I guess, based on the layout of his room, waiting for him to stop streaming. And then
I'm on a little beanbag, but yeah.
okay, and then after 2 days of this, you ask him to fly you back because you're just bored.
No, he realizes that things aren't like I'm obviously weirded out by him.
I haven't
And
caught
I'm
up with
also
Augie's stream
concerned that he has
yesterday.
ringworm. And so he flies me out the day before my birthday.
Oh wow, okay. So you fly up for your birthday, and you don't even get to your birthday before you're being flown back.
No, which honestly, it was a blessing. I think I would have died if I spent my birthday with him,
Oof.
yeah.
Okay. So in between,
I mean, from what she's
the hot
describing,
goss-
I wouldn't want to spend my birthday watching somebody sit in a room for 2 days straight and watching them live stream. Who would want to spend their birthday doing that?
sessions, you had sex with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And during that, he was like violent, right?
Yeah. And that's kind of like when things really started piecing together to me that I was like, wait, I think I am a victim right now. Like
Flying her
something's not
back
right
was the
here.
present. I mean, yeah, seems
And
like
that's
it
when I
was.
started, like voicing my concern more to him too. It like in the bedroom and being like, "Can you not do that?" And he kind of would just like take everything with a grain of salt.
So the first time that you flew up, there was none of this, no issues. It was just like vanilla.
No, he was still like aggressive, but like I was just like, maybe he's just like gooner pilled and like has only seen like BDSM porn, and so he's like thinks that this is normal.
But when you say aggressive, is it just like I don't know, a little bit forceful versus like painful?
No, like still
or
smacking and like still
okay,
smacking and like causing bleeding and like too rough and like.
Yeah,
'Cause also
causing
he,
bleeding
like,
during sex is not a
this
normal
is, like,
thing, guys. I know
TMI,
I've
but like since he can't come, you like sessions you would be trapped with him for like an hour, and also so like no matter what you're gonna end up like dry at one point, and then
yeah.
he would just like not care and keep going.
Did you ever ask
When-
him like, can you get lube or something?
Yes, and like, or literally at one point we even like I made him go and buy some, and he still never used it.
Oh my god, dude. First, he can't get the girl wet to where instantly when they have intercourse, it instantly hurts because he doesn't know how to do any foreplay or anything. That is embarrassing. I would be humiliated and embarrassed if I had anyone talking about my sex life like this. But also, if you treat people shitty enough, okay? If you treat people shitty enough, people are going to speak up about it at some point on the internet about their treatment. Especially when you tell them, don't look me up on the internet like he did with these other girls. Duh.
He probably used it to goon.
So you literally told him use lube, and he just ignored you and kept plowing away, basically.
Yeah, damn near, or like literally like tried to add spit.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh my lord.
And okay, and then he would notice the blood. Like, there's no way you don't notice the blood.
I mean, literally, he would like wipe his like dick off on a rag, and it would be like tinged red, and he never even like batted an eye or said anything.
He never even mentioned it. Like, oh look, there's blood in this.
No.
Okay. Did you ever see him use cocaine?
I didn't.
You're gonna be dead soon. I hope that's sarcasm. Don't take your life, please. It's not worth it.
Like before I went to fly out to see him the first time, he like texted me one day, and he was like, "Sorry, I just woke up. Like I drank a lot and like did a lot of coke last night." And he blocked me on Instagram, but I might be able to see the message at some point. But he said that, and then when I was at his house, he was talking about abusing Adderall that he got from Kai. From like their past relationship.
And that, so he still had Adderall from Kai?
Yeah.
Or the?
Because I guess like
really?
he had because she had like an overstock, I guess, because he had like 3 bottles at least that had her name on it.
Really? And he was doing this while you were there?
Yeah.
Okay. So timeline of this. He comes home from the furry convention. You hang out for a few hours.
Adderall and snow can really screw with like your mental if you're abusing it. By the way, like massively. Especially like when you start bringing in substances, and we're not talking like shrooms or just like generic weed. We're talking about actual like snow, cocaine, and abusing Adderall, things start to go off the deep end with people. You can seriously put yourself in a really bad mental state by abusing these types of prescription things or hard substances.
He gets the call from his Discord that's like, you got work to do. There's some drama. He then puts you in a bean bag and tells you, don't speak or move or enter line of sight of my camera because nobody can know I have women over at my apartment. And then he does Adderall and has sex with you for an hour because he's high on Adderall, and it causes you to bleed. He ignores direct, explicit instruction to do things that are less painful, and gives you ringworm that he probably got at the furry convention. And after 2 days of this, you're like, fly me back, this sucks.
Except I never even said fly me back. I was just like, I hope I go home soon. Like, I don't know when he's going to fly me home. He hasn't even brought it up. This is so awkward. Like I was like nonverbal and like not speaking to him low key because I was like so uncomfortable. Like how this situation.
So there's like a bad vibe that was just like obvious.
Yeah, it was like evil vibe. And so I think he could kind of pick up on that. So then he sent me home.
Yeah,
Bunny
it's
Babe,
really obvious
welcome.
when
You've
there's, like,
missed so
static and
much.
you're like the only two people in like a room, and it's just like terrible static.
And
You
you're
know,
trapped in an apartment that's in a basement.
We're 2 hours and
Yeah,
45
something like
minutes.
that.
And as always, guys, you can go back and watch this if you miss it, because the first part of this stream is really important to establish this timeline. We're on the last part of the Turkey Tom stuff. So like after this, we're going to move to my next segment of what I want to talk about. But after this is done, we're going to move away from that because we went through everything chronological. So this will be on demand after the stream's done. You can go back and watch everything.
So let's see. Was there anything else? You said that you both said that he non-consensually began to record you guys having
Oh, yeah.
sex. Was this both times that you saw him?
Yeah, literally every single time we had sex, he recorded it, and he never asked. Literally, just one time, I like looked back and I was like, "Oh, that's a phone." And then one time, the only time he ever came was this is so funny, but the only time he ever came was we had sex, and then he proceeds to be like, "Wait, I need to come." Gets off me, and then just literally in front, like damn near on top of me, in front of me. I'm like trapped under him still. He starts watching the video he just recorded and jerking it, and I was like, "What the fuck is it happening?" That was like also kind of an awakening. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, he's got death grip. What is happening?"
So this was like
That
the
is
second
very
day of the
unhealthy.
second meetup. He's like, "This ain't working. I gotta watch my own masterpiece here that I literally just recorded."
Literally had just recorded like moments ago.
Okay, wow.
Thank you. You're a big horse. Welcome. Hope to see you
Were
more
you the
often. Thanks for
one
watching me for
that
so
said
long.
if you flexed in the mirror after sex, I would shoot myself.
No, that was her, but he did that with me too. And also
Oh.
I noticed when we would have sex, he had a mirror in his room, and it literally
Did he
was
literally do the Patrick Bateman thing?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh my god!
Literally, that's why I call him a Patrick Bateman type gooner. Because for one, he's like psychotic, low key, and he dead ass did that shit. And I swear he must like live by how Patrick Bateman lives, low key. Because like I watched him do that, and I was like, oh, this isn't normal. Like this something's wrong.
So, I mean, would you say that he's like actually trying to replicate the scene? Like it's just the exact same thing?
I mean, damn near. Like, I don't want to like say like that he like is literally replicating the scene, but it literally felt like that. I like looked up, saw he was looking in the mirror, just staring at himself, like flexing his muscle.
And this was like not discussed at all.
Turkey Tom has turned into Turkey Tate. The Tate brothers are gonna love Turkey Tom. Andrew Tate, Turkey Tom collaboration when?
Like there was no two-way conversation about sex or...
No, we never had any conversation really about like kinks or like what we were into, like other than like bare minimums of like
his biceps look like Sonero neck bones.
I don't even, we never even had like any bare minimum talk about sex. It was just like, do you want to have sex? Okay.
Okay, and the few times you would say anything about like that's too far, it was just like completely not like. Did he react at all? Did he say anything? Was it just like
not really?
ignored?
He would be like, my bad, maybe like fix how he's acting for like 2 seconds and then do it again.
Okay. Okay, I can't think of anything else. Is there anything else memorable that you remember from the second encounter?
Not much. He was texting Meowdalin during when I met during the second meeting. I also noticed that when we were watching You, I like people.
And people may not be aware. Meowdalin is a woman that he met in real life, and she's like a 24/7 LARPer of like a dog.
Yeah, she's like a puppy girl. Okay, and I was suspect of her just because I mean she looked like OnlyFans type, so I was like, and she was also a dog.
When you say OnlyFans type, are you referring to like the blush and the makeup? With that kind of look?
You know, and like it's like, you know, like that, yeah, I guess. And like e-girl type like that.
Okay, that makes sense. Do you mind if I show the picture of, because after you flew back, you got the ringworm was like visible. Do you like mind if I show that?
Yeah.
Oh God, we're gonna see the ringworm.
Okay. So how How
Yeah, there's that
long?
one photo. Oh, sorry, you go first.
No, I was just gonna ask how long after you flew back did it show up?
Within like a week. Like I think
Within 4 to 14
like
days? Is that fair?
yeah, within 4 to 14 days. Yeah, it was like within like 5 days. Because I was like fine on my birthday, and then a couple of days after that, like because there's a picture of the bruise on my face, and right under it is
Yeah.
what is ringworm.
Oh, that's the
Luckily,
ring.
that's the
okay.
only little spot I ever got since I went to the
That's
doctor
what ringworm looks
immediately,
like?
But unlike him,
So we looked at that photo then.
Okay,
I
so
didn't
that's like
realize that was the photo that we looked at.
That's very unfortunate. That's like a vicarious furry strain of ringworm.
I know that's what I am like. After I heard that he maybe was like hooking up with the age player around the same time as me, and also was going to the furry convention, I was like, I am so happy that I like didn't end up with like scurvy.
Oh.
Like something insane and like
Yeah.
old world.
So okay.
I mean, that's
so
valid.
then
I mean, honestly, with how many times he's been hooking up with all these BPD girls, I'd be more concerned about having HSV2, like having an STD type of thing. That's what I would be concerned by. I doubt he's ever done an actual like test. Like I get tested two to three times a year. I get tested. I go to Planned Parenthood to get tested that way. I doubt he's ever done that. And honestly, if you're having intercourse with that many people so regularly, then you need to be getting tested on a regular basis. Like at that point, you're just a risk.
was it the second or third night? Or like the last night that you spent together?
The third night was the last night we spent together.
Okay, so after the third night, you realize like the vibe is weird, the sex is not getting any better, and I don't want to be here anymore. And he just said, "Do you want to go home?" And you were like, "Yeah." And then he just booked a same-day flight back to
He
San
didn't
Fran.
even say you want to go home. He was just like, "I got your flight. I'm gonna."
Oh, here's your ticket. Wow.
Here's your ticket. Here's your ticket.
Was there
Go away.
Was there like a goodbye? Was it any sentimental? Was just
Yeah,
get out of
like,
here?
He was still nice to me. Like when I left, he was like, "Bye, I'll see you again." Blah blah blah. Like, good to see you. Sorry, I was so busy. And I was like, "Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna see you again."
Okay. And then that was in 2024 or 5?
Yeah,
Okay.
2024.
So, did you have any encounter with him after that?
We still followed each other on Instagram for like a year, and I didn't want to be the first one to unfollow him, so I would just kind of, and he like didn't post like that, so I would never see anything of his. So I was just kind of like waiting for him to unfollow me, because it was weird, because we like kind of like I just told him I like didn't think it was gonna work, and I kind of thought it was like weird, and it just wasn't really fucking with what was happening. And he was like, "Okay, cool." And so we like stopped talking, and it was like whatever. And he would like memes I post periodically, or like a random photo, like maybe like 3 times after we talked. But like otherwise, we didn't really like talk too much.
Okay. So then that is March 2024. Sacramento, when did you meet him?
I met him May 10th of 2025.
May 10th. So more than a full year later. And you met him on Tinder, right?
Yes.
Okay. Right off the bat, real quick, one of the things that a lot of people who are on his side, like in the YouTube sphere, said is that you had a screenshot of you matching with Tom. And they said that was strange because in your story, you said you did not know him.
Sorry for what I'm about to do.
You met up, but you took a picture of the match. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, I took a picture of the match because I could kind of tell there was like something weird about this guy. Like I didn't know if he was famous or whatever. And also I did that to other people as well on Tinder.
Just like everybody you matched with to like gossip with, like girlfriends?
Yeah, like a couple of them. But yeah, he seemed like kind of weird, so I took pictures of our match.
What about his like bio was like, "Oh, I gotta document this in case I go missing or something." Like what stood out as weird?
He was like covering his face a lot in the pictures, and
Oh.
I mean,
it
those
was
those
like
Tinder
there was
pictures
something
showed
really
that.
off about him, so
They showed
yeah.
pictures of that when we.
And then I can kind of clarify on our first date. I obviously figured out who he was really fucking quick, but he continued to lie to me about what he did for a living. And yeah,
What did he say?
he told me he did like video editing or like videography.
Okay.
Okay, is that an actual lie though? Like, I just want to make it clear. Like, is that an actual lie though? If he edits his, well, I don't know. Does he edit his own content? Because he's not. If he edits his own content and uploads his own content, then that's technically not a lie, right? You're a videographer, you're an editor, or whatever. You don't have to say specifically, I do YouTube or I'm a YouTuber, right? Like, you could say, I don't know. That's, we'll see. Let's see.
So, what, when you interacted with him, I remember I saw some screenshots of your text messages. And if I remember correctly, he said something literally to the effect of, don't look up who I am or something.
Yeah.
Was that before or after you got weirded out by him and asked questions?
That was like during when I started asking questions about him because I started getting really suspicious, especially after the whole Ellie thing happened. Because he was still following a bunch of e-girls who like I kind of figured out that he had slept with before, and I was getting more sus, and so I ended up looking him up, and I told him like, hey, I looked you up and I found some weird shit about you, like just giving him a chance to explain it himself, but instead of explaining himself, he ended up just getting really mad at me for even looking.
Okay, so
oh my god,
you were just why did you match
like
him if you felt
I've already said this multiple times in the start of the stream when we were going through the original document, but like, you cannot tell people not to look you up. What do you think's gonna happen? You can't do that. It's so stupid. Like, how is he this dumb? Weird. He's literally stupid.
Cause he had big muscles, and like I could tell that like he was
big muscles.
He also did hide his face. I mean, if we're being honest, he's not the most like facially gifted person, but yeah.
It like piqued your interest. Like, I have to know what this guy looks like, if he's like a 0 out of 10 troglodyte or like really handsome but shy. Is that the gist?
Yeah, I guess so. And I did figure out who he was like very quickly after matching. So.
Okay. So I guess after you guys matched, how long was it before you were like, I have to figure out this guy's dating history? Let me check his Instagram.
It was during when the whole Ellie scenario started happening, when I started getting suspicious. And I looked through everything, and he had told me that he had like flown out some girls before. So I started being like, this is very interesting. And I started looking in his following, and I found all these like e-girls. I actually saw Katie, and I even asked him about Katie, and he was like, oh, that was just like some girl that I dated or whatever.
Okay. But so he's trying to hide his identity. Sorry, were you guys like near each other, or was this a long distance thing? Because he's in Maine, but you're in Texas, right?
Actually, so to clarify that, he moved to Texas about a week before we matched on Tinder.
Oh, he's in Texas now? I didn't know that.
Right now.
Okay, so he moved that's a long move from Maine to Texas,
Yeah.
and then is like, okay, I gotta get into the Tinder scene right away. I gotta establish roots here. Meet you, and then if he's trying to hide his career and like his identity, why did he like add you on social media from his like Turkey Tom accounts?
That was after I figured out who he was. I figured out who he was like maybe like as during our first date. So yeah.
How?
Because this is kind of a funny story, but he was living in like a literal mansion, and so I pulled up and I was like, what the hell? And I kind of was like really suspicious about him, and then I saw that he had like a bunch of Turkey Tom like merchandise everywhere, and I was like, okay, well,
no.
it's like I know who you are.
Oh my god, the plushies gave him away. His real identity was revealed. The Turkey Tom plushies. Imagine finally finding somebody finding out who you are because of your goddamn fucking plushies. You fucking weirdo egotistical maniac. I already did a whole rant on plushies earlier in this fucking stream, but like, fuck that shit. Company came to me, Repsion, you want a plushie of yourself? No!
She found the Turkey Tom plush box in the closet and looked him up. Is that what it was? It's like he has like a box of these in the closet, right? Of like unsold plushies.
Yeah, he had like Turkey Tom stickers and like various like stop gooning and all of his like merch. His room was such a mess. He would just have like shit thrown about, so that's how I kind of saw everything.
I wish I had a full picture I could share of this. Don't try to do it because you might mess up the call. But your avatar on Discord is just a picture of you with like your hat pulled down, and the hat is the Stop Gooning hat. Like it's like a Trump hat with all impact Stop Gooning.
Oh my lord!
Which is very apropos. But so that's so funny that he's like, okay, I have to conceal who I am because I don't want these women to find out about my internet empire. And then he just leaves the Turkey Tom plushies and stickers like scattered around his room.
Yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
No, I don't want a Repsion Funko Pop either. Fuck no.
Because the forum, we don't have like a really good search prominence anymore because Google has like taken us down a bunch.
You know what I will do? I will accept a fake Pokemon card with me as a Pokemon trainer. That's what I'll accept. Anything outside of that, fuck no. But then I'll be sued by Nintendo.
Terms of prominence, how did you go from knowing about Turkey Tom the YouTuber to finding the forum?
I believe I was just looking up like his real name and also like Turkey Tom cheating. I think that's how it came up.
That's so funny that you're just like normie searching like, okay, does Turkey Tom cheat? And there's just like this forum thread about it because of Kai. Okay. So you told him on the first date that you had already figured out who he is, and he didn't just like immediately like cut contact there, like uh-oh.
No, he continued to talk to me. I mean, obviously we dated for like 7 months after that. So yeah, he knew that I knew who he was at that point, but like I wasn't like really researching. I looked at what his channel was and I was like, oh, okay, like, he does like documentaries, like whatever. But I didn't really look into him that hard until later.
Okay. Did he seem worried that you knew?
I think so. I think that he was more worried after the fact. When I started looking into him, that's when he started springing out at me.
Okay. And how long was that into the relationship?
I started getting sus maybe like 4 months into it. Because that's kind of what.
Sorry, when you say sus, what was it? That was like, okay, I have to do more research now. I know who he is, but I have to like figure out like his history.
Because at that point I had seen, I figured out who the girl he was texting was like this like really weird girl who dressed like a kid. And so I was like, okay, this is like very alarming. I need to go and research him immediately.
And he was just, did you like see this on his computer? Was he like on his phone with this person, like looking at her Instagram a lot? Or
he was texting her, and I saw like her name and her contact photo matched like what she looked like on Instagram.
Okay, and if I remember correctly, this is Ellie, who is like an age player on Instagram, and she's since like dyed her hair red and looks a lot like, or tries to like dress up like Kai.
I need to see what her Instagram is to see if this is actually age player. She doesn't. I don't see that. What this doesn't look really objectionable at this point. Hello Kitty pajamas. I have Star Wars jammies. I have Pokemon jammies. It's like,
is that right?
Whatever. But
I think I have a
if she's an actual age
I don't
player,
make sure I got this right.
I'm not sure if she dresses like Kai, but she definitely likes to dress like a kid. And I saw some people on Kiwi Farms posting that she's been exposed for publicly being a lolicon and doing age play. So I'm really like not surprised based on everything I've seen.
Okay, so you just saw him creeping on her Instagram, or was he like talking to her?
He was texting her.
Okay, and he was doing this a lot to the point where you could like catch him out on it multiple times.
Yes.
And when you caught him out, and this was 4 months in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we already went over these photos. There was I don't see anything really wrong with these photos so far.
What was his explanation?
Oh, he would say so much bullshit. He was like, "Oh, well, she was hacked and my nudes are getting leaked. Like I have to talk to her. Like I wouldn't talk to her if I didn't have to." And I was like, "Okay."
Okay, but this was when he explained that he was being like sex extorted, right?
Yes. And so I kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I was like, "Okay, well, maybe he is just talking to her a bunch because, he's being hacked and like he's scared." But
Okay, so just to clarify, because I didn't explain too well, but when you caught him out on this, he explained to you in text messages that he had previously, before your relationship, been sending her nudes, and she
yes.
had been hacked, and both of their nudes were leaked, and the extortionist was sending pictures of his penis to his family and
Yes.
threatening him to post it online unless he gave him money, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
that's
big winded
exactly what
response,
happened.
but yes. Okay, that's
And so his explanation for why he was texting her during your relationship in your presence, like right next to you, was that he has to sort out what to do with Ellie because she's involved.
Yeah.
Okay. Did that ever resolve, or did you continue to like catch him talking to her throughout like the remainder of the relationship?
He ended up telling me that she like reached out to him again, and was trying to, I guess, kind of rekindle things with him. But he told her that he has a girlfriend and to stop talking to him. But that was like months after the original incident, so that's why I was like, "What?"
Okay. How often did you see him like overall? Like, did you just see him like once a week throughout the entire relationship?
Yeah, pretty much, because I'm in college and we're like medium distance. He lives like an hour and a half away from me, so
Okay. And that never changed? You never like moved in together or anything?
no.
Okay. Did anything before you caught him texting Ellie in those first 4 months, because you were with him for 7 months in total, right? So like 4 before, 3 after. In the first 4 months, was there anything like strange or weird or like red flag?
Well, that's when he bought me the Hello Kitty merchandise, and
the stuff that she didn't
he
ask
he
for.
would talk about how his ex-girlfriend Kai kind of like ruined his perception of love, and he doesn't know if he'll ever be able to love anyone again. And also just told me that the relationship was terrible, and the first few times we had been sexual together, he never hit me, but the hitting did start pretty soon into our relationship. And he never asked me if that I was okay with it, or like asked me for permission. He would just start hitting me.
So, okay, there's two things there. Katie, real quick, when you were talking to him, would he ever bring up Kai, like for no
Yes.
reason, just start talking about her?
He told me I looked like Kai. He asked
Oh
me if
my
I liked
God, why
Monster
would you?
High Dolls because of Kai, and said like, "Oh,
Why would
my
you say that
ex-girlfriend
about
liked
your
them."
like? You look like my ex.
And,
Why would you say
like,
that to someone? What
and
the
then
fuck is this?
again, like I went through his closet, and he had like an entire like at least like 6 items that were all like girl shirts from Hot Topic of like Invader Zim and shit like that. And I
His
was like,
ex's
"What the fuck are these?"
clothes.
And he was like, "Those are my ex-girlfriends. I just haven't gotten rid of them." And then
Oh, come
Rowan
on.
said that he still
That's so
had that
disturbing
shit
because like if he still has his ex-girlfriend's like clothes and stuff, you know he's probably jerking it into her fucking clothes. Like
moved.
So he just kept her close. Okay, that's a little bit weird.
that is very
Yeah, so,
weird. That is
like,
not normal.
He brought her up multiple times though, especially to me, because I talked to him right after they broke up, and like it was, and he told me I looked like her, like everything, and like told me multiple times like, "Oh, you remind me of Kai."
He told you multiple times that you looked like his ex,
Yes.
and that you acted
That's
like his
bad.
ex.
Yes. Even though he would ask me if I was into things, and it was obvious that he was asking because Kai would like them, and then he would get like a little sad when I would be like, no.
Wow.
Lordy, lordy, lord.
That's what a stupid thing to say to a woman. Did Sacramento? Did you hear anything like that? Did he ever compare you to Kai?
He basically said that, like, my parents would love you because you're nothing like Kai. And he kind of would like ask me questions to see if we had similar hobbies, but he was basically I was referred to as his first quote unquote normal girlfriend that didn't have BPD.
Wow, she
So-
must feel really special with that one. You're my
did you
first
ever
girlfriend that
feel
doesn't
like-
have BPD.
He was like training himself, like, okay, I'm gonna have like a normal relationship now. I'm gonna
Yes.
try to.
Oh my gosh.
It really felt like
All
that.
the time.
Too much
Yeah, all the
BPD
time.
pussy?
I felt like he was so used to like BPD bitches that I guess I'm somewhat normal and he didn't really know how to like act because I wasn't constantly being like, I love you so much, like I want to spend the rest of my days with you. Like I wasn't kind of doing the BPD behaviors, and so I think he was like, oh, like,
She
this is
sounds very
weird.
normal.
I'm not being like suffocated in this relationship. What do we do? Do we just sit here and like do our own things? Did he feel like in unease because there was like silence and time, or like what did he specifically do that was like, I feel like I'm being like tested on, I'm being like trained on?
I feel like I don't know, he just wasn't used to having like a girl not be like up his ass and like worshiping him because he's famous, and so I think it kind of had like an ego blow for him, and that's why he was so like rough towards me.
Did you feel like he was like particularly aggressive because he was upset or something?
Sometimes yes, and I can attest to this. After Kai went on a live stream with Liam, the guy that she cheated on Tom with, Tom freaked the fuck out and came to come see me and was the most aggressive he had ever been towards me because of that situation. And I think that is the same time that I told my roommate about how aggressive he had been.
Okay, so were you aware that this stream had happened, that he was upset
Okay,
about
so
it?
from this point, I would say that it sounds like he uses sex as like an outlet to take out his anger and frustration on women. That is what I'm interpreting from that. Because like if you get super mad about like what your ex is doing, and then you just go like, and then you're super aggressive with a new person, like you're taking all of your anger and frustration on somebody else.
Yes, because he told me that that was the reason why he was upset.
How long into the relationship was this?
That happened in October. So I guess, oh my gosh. When did we meet? So like maybe like 4 or 5 months into it.
Okay. But you said he started really early, right? Like after a couple times you met him, he would just start like hitting you, like slapping you, like in the face?
Yeah, during sex. Yeah, he never discussed it with me that this was going to be a thing. He would just start.
So just
doing
no
it.
warning, he just started slapping you in the face.
Yes.
Did you like tell him like, I'm not okay with this?
I told him a couple times, I was like, why did you slap me? And he's like, oh, like I thought you liked that. And I was like, I don't know, like not really my thing. And then he would continue to do it to me after the fact.
Okay. Did you ever like explicitly say no in certain terms, don't do that?
No, because usually it was in the middle of sex and then he would be covering my mouth so I couldn't say no.
Okay. Oh, so he's like covering your mouth. Did you ever like try to like break away from his grip?
Yeah, and he would just like pull me harder.
Okay. But then after that, you would like complain to friends privately, but you didn't like sit them down and say like, I'm not okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay. So the time that he was particularly rough after the Kai interview,
Mhm.
did like the sex feel like anonymous? Like, did it seem like he was trying to like not look at you in the process? I don't know if that makes sense or if what I'm getting at doesn't make sense, but
Um, yes, because this is very, very graphic, and I'm sorry, but um, he basically would throw me onto the bed and
Mara,
shove my
stop.
face down
Don't do
so I
this.
couldn't
I
say
took you potty
anything
already, and you have water.
and like just repeatedly like
Stop.
have sex with
I
me.
love you too.
And so I was basically just like laying there while he did that to me and would hold my head down really hard.
okay. And would this also last for like an hour, like each time?
Yeah, it would last pretty long.
Okay. And you would bleed the
Yes.
same? And you didn't stop?
Yeah, I would bleed almost every time.
That's not normal. That's not normal. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's actually horrible. You shouldn't be bleeding during sex, man.
Because it would last so long that there's like no arousal after
Yeah.
how long? Okay. And like with the lube, did you ever say like you have to use lube because this is painful?
He did get lube at one point, but he only used it like once. And he said that he would just use it to jerk off usually.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay, so
what a true alpha.
How early into the relationship did you notice that he was filming you without discussing it?
This had to be like over the summer. I'm not sure of an exact date, but maybe like 2 or 3 months into our relationship, he would like he never asked me. He would just pull out his phone and record, and I wouldn't notice until maybe 30 seconds in a minute or a minute into it. And what really concerned me about this is that I was like, you know what? Okay, like he's just filming me during sex, but I had asked him multiple times if he could please send me the videos so like he's not the only one who has videos of me naked.
That's valid.
And he either ignored the question or was just like, no. So he's
How many
basically
times did you ask?
Dude,
maybe like 3 or 4 times.
That's fucked up. Like, if you have something intimate with somebody and you're doing something intimate with somebody, you should be able to share that with them. Like, that's sus, dude. If you're if you're recording things without somebody's knowledge or consent, and then they find out about it and you still won't give it to them, there's something sus there. That's not normal. Normal people don't do that. Normal people would share that with the person they're being intimate with.
And that was
Fake Dom.
That was all after.
I don't think he knows what Dom is. I don't think he knows what actual sub Dom dynamic is at all.
I remember that
watching porn is not an accurate
trying to get the videos because you're starting to get
depiction
like,
of
afraid
that
of them, and he just
at all.
wouldn't give it to you. Okay.
Yes.
Did you ever feel afraid to leave him?
I did. I was scared to leave him because of the videos, and I know that he has like a big platform and he could probably say some shit about me or like I don't know. Like it's the same thing with Kai. Like I know he has some crazy shit on her and like God bless you, Kai, but like I know that he has some shit on you and I kind of felt the same way.
You're referring to, what was the name of it? They call it the blackmail folder, but it had a name like just in case.
He called it the just in case folder.
Is that like literally the name of it on his desktop?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my lord!
You never saw inside of it. You have no idea what's inside.
I definitely believe that.
No, I never looked.
That's K. Okay. Okay. Are you worried that he's gonna like revenge porn you?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what he's done with the videos. I don't have access to them, but I don't know.
I think that would be people's like main question is like if you think that this guy is like violently aggressive and has videos of you naked, like why? I figure I guess now would be the appropriate time. A question I like to ask people who we talk to like this is, in an ideal situation, what is like the outcome of this conversation? Like if you controlled like the threads of fate, what happens after this discussion?
I want to stop talking about it on social media and just go actually figure out a way to get those videos and um maybe get the police involved because I don't I just honestly what makes me nervous is that I'm not an internet person. I'm not trying to
He should be doing everything in her. Well, it's ruined now, but like he should be trying to protect this person. The fact that she's not an internet person, doesn't have a big following, he should be doing everything to protect her as a person, and that's what he should be doing. Like the normal thing to do in this situation, if this is what she's concerned about, is for him to be like, "Hey, I deleted everything I filmed. That's that."
I wasn't ever in it for like, I want to get a bunch of clout, like famous, but I'm just nervous that he's gonna do this to like so many other women.
So it's like one part like self-interested. I kind of want to like force him to like delete my folder on his computer, and then like one part don't date this guy because he's like sexually violent.
Yeah.
Okay. Katie, do you have a different interest? Do you like what would you
I just
want to
felt
happen?
bad for her. Like, I don't know. I like as an internet girl, I was like, whatever. These other other girls will either come out about it or something will happen. Like I like didn't want, and also like just being a girl on the internet, I did not want to deal with like dogpiling or anything. So I just never said anything. But then when Sat came to me, I felt bad because it was like, okay, now he's targeting like normal Tinder women who like aren't like internet girls who kind of know his past. And so that was like the only reason I came forward, was to like help add like sentiment to what she's saying, and like also just
And
like help her.
you guys met because you were mutuals through Tom? Like you could see
She
his fault.
DM'd me. Am I okay with like explaining this, Zach?
Yeah.
She DM'd me and was like, I think we're talking to the same guy. And I literally, because she's so normal, thought she was a bot and was like, what? I was like, girl, what the hell are you? I was like, I'm not talking to anyone. What are you talking about? And then after a little back and forth, she was like, we talked, and it was like Turkey Tom. And I was like, girl, I haven't talked to him in 3 years, but like, what's up? Like, why do you think that? Like, what's happening? And then she spilled the beans to me, and I was like, you need to say this somewhere. Like, this is not like normal. The fact that he like tried to hide everything from you and everything is just like weird. And I didn't even know about this whole Ellie lady or anything until she told me about it. And she didn't even tell me like the validity of it. I learned all from like the thread.
How do I word this? Is he like your first boyfriend or second, third?
Me?
Yeah, both of you.
He was like my like third boyfriend probably, but again, it wasn't really like a boyfriend.
Okay.
He was I guess my second boyfriend.
And you met him when you were what ages?
I was like 20, 21.
I was 20.
And he was like 24, right?
He was 22 turning 23.
Okay. Okay, so when he had told Katie that she was number 3, number 5, he had 2 and then 4 like previous encounters.
I was his second body, and then he told me that he had 4 bodies the next time I saw him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lie. That is a lie. We know
15, that. Right?
Yes, and to be specific, he told me 15, but I lost track. So.
Oh, okay. So between March 23 and May 25, he had
March
sex with
24.
24. Okay, so in just over a year, he had at least one sexual encounter per month, basically.
Yes.
Basically, okay. Yeah.
Okay. I remember the number one thing that really stood out from all the messages, and this is just funny to me personally, okay, because of who I am. You said that after 4 months in, you found the kiwi farms, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, he could not maintain an erection.
Um, I'm trying to think of exactly because I confronted him about all the girls and I started really being on his ass in December. And then as soon as um basically as soon as I told him about Kiwi Farms and like the fact that I knew everything, we went to go meet his family and during that whole trip he couldn't.
No, I mean I'm keeping them if I can, but you can have them if you really want. Actually, you have.
So, how many months was it? Was it just okay? So you went on a family trip, and it was during the trip where he had problems, and that was right after you had a confrontation with him, and that was around the 4-month mark, around the same time.
Wait, I guess it was in December. I don't know how
Okay.
long that is from when we first met.
That's near the end. If you guys met in May.
Yeah,
and
it
you were
was
together
near the end.
Okay, so way towards the end, you confronted him about all the Instagram stuff and all the e-girls, and you said that you knew about his stuff on Kiwi Farms, and then immediately after that, you had a trip together where he just couldn't get it up at all, and then the relationship ended after that.
Yes, because he started being like really weird and distant, and I was like getting kind of concerned, and I was like, okay, well, like there's obviously something to what I told him because he wouldn't have this reaction if this was like a nothing burger. So I was like, huh, that's weird. And I kept being on his ass about it. And then we broke up and I was like, okay, well, you're a freak. I don't know.
Did he break up with you, or did you just say like, I'm done? You're like a freak, goodbye?
I kept kind of like trying to get him to just leave me because I would keep saying like you've done all this like weird shit, like I don't like it, like you're so weird, you treat me badly, especially during sex. And like over the phone I just listed everything that he had done wrong and he was like, well, you can leave me if you want. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave you. That's basically what happened.
Okay. Did he
How
do
can
the
I better
masturbating
myself?
to the videos thing too?
How can I be a better person? How can I treat
how
you better?
often?
No, nothing.
Like
I've
a one-time thing?
Says, well, you can leave.
I've seen him do it a couple times, and it was usually to like a video like he had just taken of me.
Okay, that's so bizarre.
Yeah.
This is like a really awkward question to ask, but I have to know because it is a chicken and egg problem. Did he ever finish like from having sex?
He did a couple of times, but this sounds really terrible, but he could only finish from sex if I was screaming and crying in pain.
Okay. How often was it like?
Oh,
I guess he
Lord.
didn't ask for that, right? He would just like hit you until that happened.
He would be hitting me and like choking me and slamming me down until I was like screaming in pain because he wouldn't stop having sex with me either. And only when I was like, ah, my God, like stop, then he could come.
Okay, so it's literally the words like stop is like
Yeah.
Like 8 every time?
He only was able to ejaculate maybe 3 times throughout our whole relationship.
Damn, you got some.
Katie,
You
like
you got some
with your experience, or is this like worse?
Yeah, the first time I met him, he didn't come a single time, and he just told me it was like because he was nervous, and I was like, I mean, makes sense, whatever. And then the second time, he only came the one time that he watched the video.
Okay, I just want to make it clear to the younger audience here. This is not normal, and if this is what is required for you to finish during sex,
that is true, and it's not
you have
normal.
issues. I just want to make. I don't know how many people need to hear that. That's really messed up, and implies that there has to be like some level of like non-consent in your sexual encounters. That's probably like, I'm just thinking because all the serial killers said that they were really addicted to pornography. It's like that sounds like a stepping stone to like becoming a serial killer is when you have to have like blood and screaming and sex to
That's kind of how I felt.
I agree.
Okay.
I can't really
so-
disagree with that.
Sacramento, you were talking to like your friends
Ugh.
throughout this relationship, right? Did any of them like you? I saw some text where you were telling them and they were concerned.
If
or
I
maybe that
saw
was just Katie.
blood for a singular second during intercourse, like let's just say like somebody was on their period or something, I didn't know, like I would immediately stop. I'd be like, nope, done, zip, dealt, goodbye, nope, done, walk away. Be like, hey, do you need a tissue or something? Here, let's go get some Taco Bell.
Did anybody like warn you like this is messed up? You should probably leave.
I don't want to see people's blood. Oh God.
Yeah, my friends told me, you know, this is never ever okay. Like, I know that he has money and all of that, but you shouldn't just stay with him. Like, you're worth so much more than that. And just trying to be like supportive, but unfortunately, I did still stay with him, and I know a lot of people seem to have a lot of questions about that. And honestly, you were completely correct to question my judgment as to why I stayed with him, even though he was, you know, hitting and choking and beating me.
What is there any thought process behind like not leaving? I guess it's easier to stay in a relationship in general than to leave. It's like a hard decision to do that.
Yeah.
So was
Yeah.
it just like, you know, I'm in school and I don't want to like change up my life too much by like breaking this off early, or
I genuinely did think that he would maybe change and stop being so aggressive.
You've missed a lot, Rider of
because he
Beast.
told me before
You're
that
gonna have
he
to go
would,
back and
like,
rewatch.
kind of chill out, but
It's a
he never
lot of
did
stuff in
chill
this
out,
video.
and it kept being the same very intense, violent aggression every single time. So
and
yeah.
it wasn't like tied to anything. Right? It was
Absolutely,
never, like, a
QCast.
bad
You're on the
day.
money with that.
And just so you know, even in like BDSM stuff, you're never supposed to like take real life anger and turn that into like sex. That's also like a red flag in general for anyone who needs to hear that.
I said that earlier.
So
I
my
said that
question is, he
earlier.
was just always like this. There was never a time where it's like, you know, today, you know, let's just have sex. It's like always, every time.
Yeah, it was always aggressive, but like I said before, during the times when Kai started coming out with like that guy that she's with, Liam, he would be so angry and take his aggression out on me, especially hard during sexual encounters.
And there was no, for either of you, there was no point at all where he was ever like interested in like, oh, was it good for you? Like,
No.
Oh no,
Never.
he never asked.
never. Okay,
No.
cool. Did a big question a lot of people had, there's been speculation that he's bisexual because he's made weird comments about finding men attractive
Mhm.
on his streams. Did he ever come across as like hetero-flexible or anything like that?
I say yes in the sense that, like, for one, he said that weird thing about Destiny to me, and he was like hella obsessed with Destiny at that time, and was like talking about him and hanging out with him a lot, and then and like going to Miami to see him, and then also he would like, because he like lifts weights and stuff, he would like watch videos of other guys like lifting and like flexing and stuff, and literally be like, "Fuck!" Like, "Oh my god!" And like, to me, like, he would sit there and like act like it's because like, oh, they're so strong, but to me, I was just like, I don't care how strong they are. That sounds gay.
Yeah.
To sit there and like moan for a strong man.
Yeah,
That's funny.
to expand on that, he told me a little bit about the Destiny guy, that he had went to go visit him. He told Katie that he went to go visit him 4 times total. But yeah, the Destiny guy, from what he told me, was gay and wore a butt plug during their interactions. So Destiny was wearing a butt plug in front of Tom.
What?
Whoa. What?
Yes.
During his regular social interactions with Tom, he was just plugged up and told.
Well, I already knew this about Destiny, but that's just funny. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say it. Turkey Tom and Destiny fucked. They totally did it. They did the deed. They did it. There's no question now. It wasn't it was not Nick Fuentes. It was Destiny and Turkey Tom.
Told Tom this, and he was just okay with this.
Yes.
How did this come out in conversation? Were you just asking him about this?
My favorite guy friend always wears a butt plug all the time. Hell yeah. Like what? Why would you tell the girl that you're with this? Why?
Yeah, he would like bring up these internet people, and honestly, I'm so like normie pilled. Like I've not been super into the internet for the past few years, and so I would have no idea what the hell he was talking about. So I would ask him like, who is that? And so he would be like, oh, like this guy Destiny, he was a streamer I was friends with, and I found out he was wearing a butt plug when I went to go visit him one time.
How did that conversation even happen? Did like Destiny be like, hey Tom? Tom's like, hey, what? It's like, I'm wearing a butt plug right now. You want to see? And then just bends over his pants. Like what? How does that come about? How do you just find out Destiny's wearing a butt plug when you visit someone? Is it like protrude? Is the butt plug so big it's like protruding out of his fucking pants?
Yeah.
That's very funny. Many people will appreciate that. He's very famous. I mean, I guess on that note, did he tell you any other weird stories about random people?
Oh, I remember this because his name I thought was funny. He told me he was doing cocaine with this guy named Dick Masters.
Oh, no.
That's crazy.
Uh-oh.
That's crazy.
Uh-oh.
Like he told me that was a couple years ago. But yeah.
I feel like I'm being trolled. That's such a
not.
specific
No,
person.
not Dick Masters.
Okay, so he just went over. Yeah, he's in LA with Dick, and
He did cocaine after
he
Dick
just said, yeah, we met up
Masterson's
and we
cock,
did a
probably,
podcast
right?
together, and we did cocaine. We had fun.
Yeah, apparently this guy lives in like a mountain house, like a mountain
Yeah,
compound. That's
he's up
all
in the Hollywood
mountainous.
Hills in a Barbie dream doll mansion. That's what he tells people.
Oh, and yeah, Tom was doing various drugs with this guy.
Okay. Both said that he talked about Kai or K incessantly, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He talked about Kai a lot.
I mean, how did that make you feel, Zach? Did you were like, I don't want to hear about
Oh
this
my
one?
god. Yes.
No,
and
no
it
girl
made
wants
me
to hear
feel
about that.
so
No girl.
weird, and I would
No.
bring this up to him, and he was like, "Well, she was like an insane bitch. Like, don't worry about it." But I was like, "This woman clearly had some mental effect on you if you're constantly talking about her and keeping up with her new man." I mean, he showed me a picture of that guy Liam wearing makeup, and he was like, "Oh, this fucking guy took my bitch," like just like raging, and I was like, "Okay, you're clearly not over this girl."
I think I have a picture of him. He just looks like an effeminate boy, like in the pastel color clothes, right?
Yeah, he's like a femboy.
And yeah, so when Kai, I think when she left him or they broke up or whatever, she hooked up with this guy, and now he is the one doing the age play. Like
Yeah.
he's dressed.
Yeah.
He literally looks like a little boy. It's really bizarre. I don't know if I have a picture of it or I'd show people, but yeah, it was.
Yeah, I've seen
very
that photo.
strange.
It's
Do
a
you ever
very
bring up
weird
age
photo.
play, like explicitly with either of you?
Not really, no.
no.
Like, because again, like we never like talked about like anything we were into, like exactly. He just like would say things that it was like, oh, whoa, it's implied, obviously, that you're into this.
Okay. No weird like, can you dress up like this besides just gifting you like Hello Kitty stuff?
No, I mean he would tell me during sex like, "Oh, like you're like a little girl, you're so skinny, like you're so small." It was like really weird, but I was just like,
Ugh.
"Oh well."
I'm
Oh,
here.
wow.
What am I gonna do about it now?
Real, what else am I gonna do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just. I mean, I hate to ask this. Did he ever ask for like blowjobs, or was it just like brutal sex, like every time?
Oh. Oh my god, sorry. This is like so personal, but yeah, he would make sure that you did that, but he never did anything back to me.
Oh, here
Like
we
he never
go.
once ate me out, but he would demand that I would constantly suck his dick. And like, yeah.
Incel.
And was he able to finish from that, or was it just like a for show thing?
Like, what the fuck? That's an incel.
He wasn't able to finish from that either.
So you just have to be like down in the penis mines for like an hour at a time until he was bored?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. That
And
sounds like a lot of fun.
This is all alleged, but
Yeah, I don't. Katie, can you kind of?
Yeah, same thing. Just like, yeah, he would always want head, but then he is never giving head, and also same of like never came, and it was just like for nothing almost. It was very odd.
That is really bizarre, because it's like, if you're not, what's the point then, besides like, I guess like the power play and I guess recording it for him, because he would record this too, right?
Yeah, you recorded everything.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So he didn't try to do any of the weird age play stuff, but he did talk about her a lot. He said that you were very petite, very small. I guess, did he literally say you look like a little girl?
Yes.
Yes.
To both of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
But
The first time I got naked in front of him, he literally was like, "This is awesome. You look like a little girl."
wow.
And I was like, "Oh, that's not normal."
No.
if somebody said to
Okay,
me,
I'm
"Oh,
trying
Daniel, you look so good naked. You look like a little boy," I would immediately, my dick would fall out of my asshole, and I'd be running out of the fucking door. They would be kicked out. I'd throw them their clothes or be out. Call me a little. I would be so disgusted.
thing, because the Kai thing, I was going to ask, you both read her statement, right? Just
Yeah.
in brief, correct me if you think I'm summarizing this unfairly, but she put out this PDF, and in it she effectively says, I dated Turkey Tom for a very long time. When we were like a high school age, and then up until early 20s, and it was a very terrible relationship. We were both equally awful to each other, and nothing that they said about brutal, like dehumanizing sex is applicable to my experience with him. But they might be right. I don't know. Like, that's basically what she said. It felt very strange. She did confirm explicitly the blackmail folder, though. She said that's completely real, which makes it sound like everything that she's saying to downplay it is blackmailed. Because why would you bring that up? I mean, does that sound like a fair assessment of the document, that she just says we have a bad relationship? There's serious allegations being made. She believes that your driving motivation is to humiliate him, and she says that this is abhorrent, is her exact word. She says she's not addressing any specific thing, but says that he did record stuff, but there was not like any violent, degrading sex. I mean, do you have any opinions about this?
Or do you want to go first, Zach?
You can go first.
Oh God. Okay. I agree with her, like with Kai, that they probably didn't have like a fully like he wasn't doing the same thing to her as he's doing to other girls, and she even says in it that like who knows what he's like after her, and I think that like, and he told me and Zach that Kai didn't like having sex with him and didn't like giving head, and that like they barely had sex. And I can imagine that it's probably because he is aggressive, and she probably didn't like doing it. So at one point she just like stopped. And so I think that she like mentally molested him or something, to where, because that's why he like compares everyone to her, still has all her stuff, and is like really weird about her, and like stalks her and her new boyfriend. That I think that, yeah, it could have went like toxic, but like mutually fine, whatever.
Whoa, hold it up, broski. Felix, I have not shamed anybody for being bisexual. I don't care if Mr. Turkey Tom sucking Destiny's cock. I just find it funny that of Destiny's controversies, specifically with him releasing revenge porn and all this other stuff, that those two people are coinciding together as best friends. It completes the circle loop. I don't care if they're sucking dick.
The reason he's like this now is like something obviously was like
it's
funny
in that
relationship.
Yeah. I agree with that. I have specific
Both
things I want to
bad
bring
people
up, but
doing bad things and
do you
treating
have
people
any-
like shit. What do you
any thoughts,
expect?
Sacramento?
Yeah, I agree. I think that he definitely had some like weird like limerence issue with her where he just couldn't let her go. And I also don't think that she realized how badly whatever she did to him completely fucked him up. I mean, she did cheat on Tom with Liam, who was one of his friends at the time, which I think is a pretty terrible thing to do to someone, but yeah, I agree. I don't think that their relationship might not have been abusive or whatever, but I do think that, you know, she confirmed a lot of the things that we said, and I think that he was kind of going after girls that look like her so he could take his anger out on girls who
That's
look like her.
exactly what I was gonna say. It's like it really feels
Yeah.
like just based off like the nature of it, like the positions and stuff. It really feels like he's trying to surrogate her so he can like punish her, and that's why it has
I
to be
agree.
like so. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty dark.
And I agree that I feel like she's a little hush hush and like
What Lurk Lizard said.
like vague on stuff because of the whole just in case file. Like I think it would just become like an evil war if they both came out with like if she came out with any actual damning evidence, he probably would try to like destroy her life.
Yeah, I mean what the letter reads very weird to me because number one, there's not like a thesis. It's not like she's out there saying, "I want to make this clear." It's like, what are you even trying to say in this document? I don't. What's the point?
It's very weird. She she says that like she doesn't think that Tom's that evil, but she's also like, I can't attest, but also
Yeah, well, that's the other thing is that she then goes on to say like, I want to have I've been private about this. I want to remain private, but I'm publishing this thing that has no purpose anyways. And then she goes on to say like, I didn't have these bad experiences, but you can trust victims. And then she like goes on to say like, yes, he has a blackmail folder on me. And it just feels like it really sounds like you have a gun to your head and you're trying to say something without saying anything so that Tom's appeased, but you're not actually saying, yeah, don't worry about it, he's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. That's what we both thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Phoenix is a troll, guys.
yeah,
we got a troll in the
I don't know if they
chat.
use this word anymore, but it's called one-itis when I was a
I took the
teenager.
bait once.
Yeah, I know
I
about
won't do it
one-itis.
again.
That's what I thought too. I literally, my friends were saying that because I would tell them about like the whole weird Kai stuff, and they were like, "He's got one-itis."
Thinking. Let me see if I received any questions. Someone asked if he tried to get either of you to look like her, but he did so passively through like gifts and stuff. I asked if you with Meowdalin, the puppy player, was there anything like that you saw in regards to that? Because there are pictures of them together, and I feel it's pretty obvious that they had sex. Was that during the time that you guys were together, or was that like before?
That was before, but I did end up asking him about her during like my sussy kind of phase. And he said that they had met up before. They had never done anything, but keep in mind that he also lied to me that he had never done anything with Ellie. But he also said that apparently she had been married before and she is a devout Christian who only has one body and wants to wait until marriage, which kind of made me have a weird feeling because how would you know that about someone if you weren't trying to, you know, that's kind of not just something you tell a business associate.
It sounds like he tried to. Then she was like, "I'm waiting until marriage. You got to put a collar on it." You know. He was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that." Bye. Which one of you? I think it was Sacramento, but which one of you was the one that had the eating disorder that he like?
Oh no.
It was me.
And he like encouraged you to continue having an eating disorder, or he was like complimenting you or something.
Oh
like,
no, don't go down this route.
Yeah,
not this way.
I told him very early on, like, hey, like, I've struggled with eating issues in the past, and I'm kind of still trying to gain some weight and make sure everything's okay. And he would tell me, "Oh, I love how skinny you are. I like how small you
No,
are.
no,
You know,
no.
like I love how your body is like skinny," and like just say all this stuff that was incredibly hard to hear.
Yeah, that's really mean.
Let me tell you this: if I ever dated somebody who was anorexic, they would gain 35 pounds. Because not only am I a good cook, but I like those thighs thick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess he wants women that are as skinny as possible. I don't know. Did he ever? This would also be very mean. Did he ever say like your body looks like Kai's?
Oh God.
No.
No. Okay. Thank God.
Okay.
Dude, if he had said that will make a woman like you. That is the worst thing you can say to a woman is
Did you
compare her
ever
body to
contact
another
the other
person,
one?
like an ex or something.
No, I feel like she definitely knows some shit though. So Meowdolin, if you're hearing this, please, like, it's okay. I know you're a puppy, but we don't care. Like,
Did he ever talk in like a baby voice or ask that you do it?
he would do the like weird baby voice. I know what you're talking about, and he would do the weird baby voice. Sometimes it's like a joke, but it was like really scary. Because he sounded like a baby, and he would even do the thing where he like puts his legs up and like sucks on his thumb like a baby.
What?
God.
That is
So
bizarre.
yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But there was no other signs of like age play or anything. I mean, that sounds like she
other than
trained
the
him.
yeah, other than the fact that he like told us we look like really young, and like he liked that we're small and skinny and have no boobs, like not really super age play stuff.
Okay. Did he ever come across as generally manipulative? Like, just like like a general narcissistic stuff, like lying about stuff that doesn't make sense, that doesn't need to be lied about?
Mhm.
No, just very upfront, very honest.
He was manipulative about some situations. I mean, obviously he lied to me about what he did at first. He did lie to me about meeting Ellie. And I think that he was a very good liar and would kind of twist stories a lot to make him look like the cool guy. An example I can give is one of his friends went to the hospital, and he was like, well, if I hadn't noticed that my friend was sick and took him to the hospital, he would have died. So basically, I saved his life.
Wow.
And just like really narcissistic shit like that.
That is
would kind of
narcissistic.
be
That
like,
is fucking weird.
"Oh,
Why would you
okay,
even say
dude."
that?
Was there
Like,
any other weird?
oh, you're a
like, once-off
hero,
lines
allegedly.
Like, that was like that's a bizarre thing to say.
I'm trying to really think of some, and I'm sure I could come up with more. But
Ellie is
yeah, it was
apparently
just
this
stuff like
girl.
that he
Ellie
would
is
try-
like this other girl that was shown. We went through some of the text messages. Who apparently is like dresses up like a lolicon, allegedly.
to make
Which I haven't seen anything in the original document of this. I don't know. I'm not going to start looking up her Instagram and stuff, but I'll look into it after the stream. I'm going to look who this Ellie person is and see if she has social media.
seem
Because I am
cooler than
curious.
He really was, I guess.
Oh, you reminded me. You made a very interesting post about how he seems to resent his career on YouTube and wants to like start a rock band as a vocalist.
Yes. Yes, that is 100% true.
How often did he bring up the rock star fantasy?
Oh, all the freaking time. Like he was like, "Oh, I'm just so burnt out with work. I hate what I'm doing. I feel like I'm just creating more drama, and like I'm doing nothing with my life with this YouTube channel because I'm just talking about, people who have fucked their life up, and I'm just, it's doesn't really mean anything, but I want to be like Pantera and be like create my own genre." That's what he said. He wanted to create his own genre of music in which he is both the frontman and lead guitarist.
Did he
Interesting.
actively pursue this in any way, or did he just like talk about it as like a fantasy?
He bought a guitar but he like never played it. He just bought a guitar.
That's sad. That's relatable. It's a very guy thing to do. Buy something like, I'm gonna learn how to master this, and you just never do it. So he just felt like his work had no like actual
The
value.
age play stuff
or
is in the
meaning.
air. Yeah,
Yes.
that's why I haven't
That's
really. I hear claims, but I gotta see stuff, man. I gotta see evidence of things.
Did he? How
And a
often
lot
did he,
of
like,
what we've
talk
talked,
about
a lot of
his
what we
work?
went over
You
today
said
has
you
just been
asked him about
somebody's word. There's
specific
been some
people and
text messages
stuff.
to
Like, did he
confirm things,
seem like
but
he hated talking about it. Like I don't even want you
if
to.
there's
have your
one thing
mind
that we
around
can
it,
establish through all of this, though, so far that we've watched and went through the document, is that he absolutely is a piece of shit when it comes to sex, and he absolutely does, like, he's a shitty person in that regard. Absolutely, I would say he's abusive in relationships, and filming people without their knowledge or consent. That's a huge deal.
this internet drama stuff.
Like, without a shadow of a
When I
doubt.
called him Turkey Tom, like he would be like, "Don't call me that."
That's
I would
relatable.
I would joke around with him and be like, "Oh, Turkey Tom, like Thanksgiving for turkey," and he would be like, "Don't call me that."
That's very funny. But like, I mean, outside of that, like, there was never like any ongoing discussion about like what he was up to.
Like on the internet, you mean, or?
Yeah, like, did he ever like vent? He was like, "Oh man, I'm working on this thing. It's like it's so stupid." Like, did he like fill you in on what he was doing day to
Oh
day?
yeah, he would be like, "Yeah, I'm working on this video, you know, it's about so and so," and he would kind of try to explain whatever the heck he was working on the video about to me. And he would be like, "Oh, it's just taking forever," and like he would have someone else also, I don't know if this is public information or whatever, but he wouldn't really write his own stuff. He would pay other people to write it for him.
Okay.
How much?
Interesting.
Do you know how much
That I
of the
didn't
work
know.
did he actually do? I know he had an editor because he puts together these huge videos, right? So and he makes a ton of money. So like, why not have an editor? But was it like completely sourced from people in Discord? Did he have like a paid writing team? Did he have like? Did he just do the voiceover basically?
He would do editing on his own videos, but yeah, he would basically just read out whatever he had written for him, like the script.
But he did the editing of like putting together like the screenshots and stuff, the videos.
From what
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
you go first.
He told me apparently that he had fired a bunch of his editors, and so he would do all of the editing, but he would still pay people to like collect everything and write up a script for him.
Okay. Yeah, that removes some of the joy from it. If you don't have any interest in the subject whatsoever and are just voicing over videos at that point.
God, that's boring.
Yeah.
I must say, everything you've ever seen on my channel has been absolutely 100% me. I don't script anything. I go off the cuff. Everything is natural and organic. And even the shitty edits that I've done, I do it intentionally. Or I'm just lazy and don't give a fuck. So, you know? Everything is by your boy, naturally. I don't need no goddamn team for no shit, because I like to do things by myself and I'm an independent man. I can punch a wall and I can fix that fucking hole. Fuck you.
I'm not sure. So after you guys broke up in December, so only a month ago, and then there was how many weeks between that?
Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next thing. I'm bored. Let's go to live stream fail. So where was this thing I had? Did I not dock it properly? Let's see, where did it go? So there was something on here I wanted to watch. Remember where it went. What, was this it? I don't know if this is it. Is this the right clip that I was looking at?
Do you like lollies?
Yes. Oh no! But not like that.
What does it even mean? No, you fucking no. But not like that.
Not like that.
You're playing fucking Snake over there. What are you doing?
Oh my! This guy Lakari, the guy.
For fun.
Wait, what is?
For fun is
Lakari apparently was like has a folder of like a bunch of lolly shit that just came out. I don't even know who the guy is. Why is this even in my feed? I don't. It's not what I. Wait, what is this? What is this? Hassan Piker? Anytime I can just shit on him. Please tell me that's a fucking joke. Please tell me that's real. Hassan Piker, stinky. He's stinky.
About this, honestly.
What did I have?
Yeah,
you know what? I think I was like, what the fuck? Whoa. Well, why is everything automatically starting? What was the thing I had up here? I can't remember. I had a thing. I don't think I actually checkmarked the thing that I want. What is this? I don't know. I don't even know. All right. What I wanted to do. Let me see. I gotta pull up the right tab here. Did I? Oh, god damn it! I closed I closed my document folder that I had. Oh wait, how long are we? We're 4 hours into this. Holy moly of God, guys! I didn't realize this was 4 hours into this. I didn't even get to the other subject that I wanted to, which was the crazy Reddit mod. All right, you know what we're gonna do? I will be on tomorrow for another live stream. I'm gonna end it here because like I gotta go do errands. I didn't realize we were live for 4 hours. Holy shit, guys. Well, I just want to say thank you guys for being for the stream the whole time. I appreciate you guys. If you watched this all the way through, this will be on video on demand, so you can watch it afterwards if you totally missed things. But I'm gonna head off, and I may do a stream tomorrow. I may not. I don't know. If I do, if there is a stream tomorrow, I will put it in the live section. I'll do a schedule upload for it. Because there is stuff that I wanted to talk about, but we're way over schedule. I typically only want to do 2.5 hours for a live stream, but we're at 4 hours. So yeah, so thank you guys. I want to thank you, Rebecca, for being here. Snags, Snowblind, Cute Cats, Nance, Neva, Chompy American, who else? Lurkin Lizard, thank you. Kelsey, Vincent Wolf. Thank you guys all for being here. Zara Watts, thank you. And I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. If not, next Thursday, I will be live again. All right? Definitely. And if you feel so inclined, feel free to become a member of the stream. Be mucho appreciated. Until next time, I'll see you either tomorrow or next Thursday. Cheers, guys. Bye.